Thomas is just there like, are you not entertained?
Lord help us all. Good morning to anybody who's actually
I
here
don't believe
watching
in
this
God.
disaster go down. Or good afternoon if it's nighttime and you get to sleep soon. And you don't have to think about us anymore. I have to remember to look this way because this is the camera I'm using today. Okay. Good morning,
Always
friends.
switching.
Welcome back to Cast Exposition, where a bunch of us shuffleboard-loving hooligans try to play Dungeons and Dragons, and most of the time just talk off topic. It has been a minute since we've done this. I have no idea what I'm doing as your Dungeon Master, but that's fine. We're good. We'll fake it till we make it like we do every single week. Announcements. Anything? Anybody?
3 more days to do the thing with the stuff to get in the battle royale.
Yeah. Use command !Discord to join our Discord and throw your name in to be murdered by our fearless first-time DM, Chris.
I forgot about this. But you're in excellent hands.
And that is where you see your nightmares. All right. I think that is literally our only announcement.
That's
Everybody
it,
is
yeah.
here alive. Everybody.
I might have COVID. We're doing an on stream test.
Hashtag Paul
All right.
Brothers. This is the tactics we use
Post the
now.
results in the Twitch stream. It'll be fun.
We'll get a drum roll.
I will share. I will like hold it up to the camera so people
Pixar
can
didn't
see.
happen, I think is what the kids say.
I have a little lingover, not a big one. But...
I'm not.
That's not the
hungover.
update that we needed. Thank you, though.
Though I went
Oh.
to a football game last night. Not that anybody
A
watching cares.
Football game or a football
Like a
game?
Canadian, like the CFL, Thomas, like the CFL.
Oh,
And we got
Not
kicked
soccer.
out. We got kicked out at halftime because of extreme weather.
And it
Like-
wasn't
Oh.
raining yet?
No, but there was so much lightning and so much thunder. Like it was so
Oh.
spooky. They like asked
Thunder.
everybody to leave like the concourse and like get off their seats or whatever and go into the covered concourse. And they're like, just kidding. We're gonna call the game. So it was wild. But you know,
which team?
the Elks and the Rough Riders. Because you know, Elks are the home team, but we don't care about them. No offense if anyone oddly from the Edmonton Elks is hearing this. You're trash. Recap time.
Sorry, Carly.
You crash. Anyway.
They are trash, Kay. Like, listen, they haven't won a game this season. They lost 37 to 12 yesterday. No
Ooh.
one likes the Elks. Like, the Saskatchewan Roughriders sell 87% of the CFL's merchandise across the country. One team. It gets nuts. Saskatchewan also has nothing else. Saskatchewan's flat. Like, flatter than a nun's tit. Anyways.
Like a wood plank.
That's not even a wood plank has more curves. All right. Starting with our recap because again, we talk off topic. I talk off topic. I'm overtired, guys. This is going to be great. Kaylee. Hello, my little sweet peach. Looking at you. What happened in session 19 so long ago? Or, I will say, there was like a few very small things that were not shown on camera that happened this week. Very small ones, but we will touch on those. So if you would like to bring yours up, you could do that also.
You doing it?
Kaylee.
Ali.
Kaylee. What's your name? I don't know you anymore. It's like I've never talked to
I don't
you.
know
But it was
myself.
Callie.
Who are you people?
Where am I?
Who am I?
Why am I here?
Recap of the session.
Yeah, recap the session for us.
Rakesh's eyes are not bugs.
Yes, Rakesh has eyes.
And blind sight.
And blind sight.
What
That
is
was
that?
the
Doesn't
only
want to
thing,
talk about it.
Command
on-
blind sight in the Twitch server.
Chris, what about you?
Lots happened last session. A certain demigod's been creeping and stabbing my mattresses, which is A weird way of giving someone money, but hey. Someone in the party decided to let out some feeling solution. He clammed up like a big old balloon and got drunk. And that's probably the most of the stuff that he did last time.
Yeah, it's
And
pretty
haggled
spot
with some
on.
armor, like to get fixed.
Cryo, tell me a little bit. What happened? What's the 411?
Well, we went to the bank and now we're kind of rolling in it again. I believe 3 of us went to go look for armor repairs, but I can't remember if the prices were out of our range or what happened there. But yeah, we get our armor repaired. What else?
We definitely picked up the contract for Rumbles. That
Yeah,
happened.
definitely pick that up.
Yeah.
It did. I was there.
It was me. I was Rumbles.
Spoiler alert, guys. Nikki.
So
Cryo, I'm
Oh,
just gonna cut
Cryo.
you off.
Keep going.
Unless you have something like
No.
super important to add.
no, just when Wombat said he was Rumble, so I'd be like, yeah, he's one I've been petting while he's been on my lap.
Oh yeah.
You know it, baby.
I can cut the sexual tension with a knife. Damn. Okay.
Keep it PG. Keep it PG, Wombat.
PG.
It's
no,
so
our stream's
difficult,
rated,
though.
our stream is rated 18 plus. You're Gucci. You're fine. Nikki. Hi. Hello.
Why me?
You have cute bangs. New
Thanks.
bangs. Who this?
Thanks. So yeah, Harry's loaded. Lucian needs a shady wizard. We left a message for a shady wizard. Rakesh has eyes. Tanya Tinker is the name of the armor. Eclipsa spills her guts. Callus and May talk.
That's a nice fight.
Rakesh, we had a knife fight. There was a fight. Harry finds Rakesh with eyes. Rakesh cuts really shitty eye holes in his mask.
True. Rakesh, can you elaborate on cutting your shitty eye holes? How is Rakesh feeling about having eyes?
Mute.
You're muted, babe.
Was not, but
There we go.
There
my
we go.
mic was no. You want pick up voice? I want pick up voice.
Little Mike. How are you feeling about having eyeballs now?
Confused.
That, just checks
Same.
out. And last but never least, Wombat. Hello, darling. Tell us, please, what happened last week?
We started planning a wedding. I think.
Mhm.
I missed the last 2 bits, so I apologize if I. Oh shit. Hey, that's some. I'm sure that's nothing to worry about. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, so there was a wedding that's being planned. May and Callus went to go and went to go and do some sparring, and then they ended up going and hunting or looking to hunt
Canvassing
down
house.
a possible, yeah, that one. And then there was possibly a bad person in there.
Again, you're not technically wrong whatsoever. That was very spot on.
We missed out on Eclipsa one actually. A big Eclipsa one.
Yeah, Dami Mommy talked to Eclipsa.
That
Which
one.
Dommy Mommy? There was a couple.
All of them.
There's a myriad of dummy
Everyone
mummies now. We
wants a
should
piece
start.
of Eclipsa, apparently.
Literally,
All
last
of the
week was
Dommy
Dommy
Mommies.
Mommy Central.
Need to
I
like
feel like-
AWR
Alice
dummy
also
mummy top
talked to a
trump
Dami
cards.
Mommy that we did not mention.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which Dommy Mommy? Fill me in. There's a lot.
I think it's number 3.
Mommy.
To recap for our viewers, we have 3 Dommy Mommies. Char, number uno. Number 2, are we giving Bella number 2? Is she? No. High Flame
No.
is number 2.
Yes.
The High Flame is number 2. And then
Ella is definitely not a Dommy Mommy.
Miss Arithia Arigamorte is
Lady Flesh.
Lady Flesh herself, is Dommy Mommy number 3.
So see, fleshy dommy mommy.
Ugh.
Tasty.
She'll give everybody some surprises eventually, I'm sure. All right, this session gonna be a good one. We are picking up in the early hours after a long rest. Everybody, with the exception of Lucian, in the middle of the night had these deep burnt orange colored envelopes promptly addressed with their names slid under their door. And upon further inspection of these gorgeous satiny envelopes, you found very quickly crafted invites to the wedding of Lucian Moonshadow and Eleanor Lightless here in New Visor. Well, there in New Visor. How's everybody feeling? Like, in character, obviously. What are, like, your initial thoughts upon receiving these wedding invitations? I'm particularly excited to hear from Eclipsa, so I'm going to leave her for last. Callus. You're going to go to a chapel for your friends getting married. How you feeling?
Not another fucking wedding. After this, after the start of this journey, not another wedding. Like Callus is not even going to, because Callus is someone who just swears off things extremely quickly if something bad happens because of it. And so he is going, like last time he like disarmed himself for the wedding, but this time he's going just full kit.
That's expected. That's required.
Rakesh.
Rakesh will think like, oh, that's... Oh, my English.
English is for
The-
bitches. Just tell us in French. It's fine. I'm sure we have someone in the audience who speaks French.
The young people are having fun.
That's
My
very
heart,
sweet.
Grandpa. How does Mei Lin feel about the wedding?
Maylin wants to know where the fuck New Azure is.
You know,
Somewhere.
that's a great point. To Mei Lin's mental thoughts. And last but never least, Harry. Where's Harry at mentally with the idea of a wedding? Because you weren't here for the first time the group went to a wedding together.
No, Harry was not.
Lucky Harry.
Harry's just gonna pick up the card and go, never been invited to a wedding before.
Oh,
And there'll be much about that later. So
oh, cannot wait. How's Lucian feeling about getting hitched?
I'm pretty sure he's just woken up hungover and oh, we finished a long rest, didn't we? Oh.
Yeah. So, Chris, can you go
Oh.
ahead and take some damage for me, please?
Oh God! All right, okay. Well, that's 18 already, and I only rolled 2 fucking
Oh,
dice.
babe.
1 and a 3. So yeah. So that's
21.
22. So if anyone's in the room with him, he wakes up screaming, clasping his head.
That leads us to
What you know
Eclipsa.
would be Eclipsa probably.
Yeah. Eclipsa, you just finished telling Lucian that you're in love with him, and then you get an invite to his wedding. That's like pouring salt in an open cut. How you doing, girl?
She rips it and then stuffs it in her bag.
Fuck this guy. Rip. Oh my god.
And then cue Lucian screaming, I guess.
Yeah, basically. A couple of you also got other envelopes under your door. Some of them super neat and tidy with very exquisite handwriting from small, humble servants across the way. Others, their letters wrote of love and gardening, and then some reminisced on an old friend known as David Baker. And that's where we pick up. We'll start in Harry and Rakesh's room. As you guys wake up for the morning, you both have found your letters and your invites to the wedding. Do you guys stay up in your rooms for a little bit? Do you head on downstairs? You guys are aware that you have this grand luncheon this afternoon as well. So, the world is your oyster, boys. What are you up to?
Does Rakesh want to go first, or?
You can go first. I can go. We can go at the same time.
This session's already enough of a clusterfuck. Yes, Harry's just gonna read the card. So you've never been to a wedding before. Turn to look at Rakesh as if he's
Right.
about to ask something. Process through 2 seconds and goes, maybe I should go to someone else.
Why? It has been a long time since Rakesh went to a wedding too. Alright. Yeah.
And
We
then
can go
Harry
east.
just... Sorry, you go.
We will walk out of the room.
Okay, then Harry's just gonna read his other letter and sit on the bed for a bit.
Would you like to read it a la voiceover to everybody?
Yeah, sure, why not? Where did I? No,
I would love if you did your best Javier impression, please. While
I
you're
can't
doing
even
this.
remember.
Oh.
Can't remember
Javier.
Harry's.
Dommy Mommies and Simps is going to be the name of this episode.
Yeah, I honestly can't even remember Javier's voice.
Either do I. So, free reign. And it's all like
He,
your impression.
he had a very high, very breathy voice. And
Yeah,
he was
I'm-
very excited to do everything.
I'm
And,
kind
like-
of tempted to do my best Dobby impression, honestly.
Yes, and I feel like you need to do, it's Harrogash's perception on how Javier sounds. So, it could be a little skewed and maybe it's not accurate, but it's how you remember the man who pledged his life to you.
All right. I can already tell this is going to go horribly.
Harrigash, did not expect to hear from you. This is such an honor, sir. I've done quite a bit of research on the city you mentioned, as well as the death and reincarnation of the elemental you call Rumbles. The city could be one of two things. There is an iconic place in the plane known as the Flame, called simply the City of Brass. An organization known as the Daughters of Flame reside here. They often are host to the Daughter Collective, but that's all I could find.
Next page.
The only thing I could pull on the Flame is that to get to the City of Brass, you must pass through a treacherous desert. The other option, I have even less information on. Somewhere in the Astral Sea, just beyond the Divine Gate. The Omnicove. A place so opulent that most cannot afford to reside there. The Omnicove plays host to the interplanular ports that allow vessels known as spelljammers to dock there. It is rumored that this is a place where you can obtain the most rare items.
Last page.
When it comes to bringing Rumbles back to its original form, you have a few options. The incantation known as Wish could do the trick. You could also investigate time travel. There are very few recorded successes of doing this. Alternatively, you could try bringing him to the Beastlands. It is legend that beings revert to their true form there. As always, I wish you luck. Your humble servant, Javier.
Bra fucking Vo, DM
I
inspiration
was
on
so
Harry
proud of
Gash.
you.
Time travel.
Yeah, inspiration, do it.
DM
You got
inspiration
it.
on Harry Gash.
Give him inspiration.
Yay!
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
too good.
Bravo, my friend.
Bra
Bravo.
fucking Vo.
Encore. We want more.
Can you just say
More
Dobby is a
Javier.
free elf, please? Thank you.
Dobby is a free elf.
I'm quoting it. I got you.
Please. I want that as a clip, and I want to put little. Now, can you spend your time photoshopping your face onto Dobby's body? I know you.
If someone sends me a good picture of my face, and I can get one of Dobby, sure.
Perfect. That's
I
how
think
I'm gonna
Thomas
spend
is
my
already
day.
doing it. Look at his face. He's sat there like he's hacking the fucking Matrix.
This is not a NordVPN ad. Nobody is hacking anything. In that other room, just down the hall, is Maylin and Callus. You guys both wake up to just various lifestyle noises of the city, and you probably simultaneously read these invitations. And Maylin, you do get a secondary letter.
Mm-hmm.
What
Do you want me to
up
read?
We'll get there.
Okay.
Reminisce on your wedding invites first. You guys met at a wedding. Maybe it's a wholesome memory for you guys.
No, not really.
Yeah, not a fucking another wedding.
Where the fuck is New Azure?
I don't
Do
know.
you know?
No, I've never heard of that place. I mean,
Isn't
I've
it
been
High
around
Flame's
like a
name?
fair Azure. I don't really recall.
I think it is. That makes me a little nervous.
Hmm. I don't
By the
recall.
way, I have some errands to run this morning. I'm going to try and take Eclipse out, but I have some things to take care of beforehand. I need to go back and see Cena very briefly. I just wanted to let you know I'd be out, but I'd wait until I could get mind links out to the group before I went off.
Just, be careful.
Always.
Do I hear Lucian scream in pain?
Probably.
Boom, out the door, straight to his room.
Callus dips just as Maylin's cutting into her second letter super casually, waiting for her tea to boil.
I guess I'll take the letter to Lucian's room.
All right, yeah, walk and talk. So for those of you who were not present for our first stream, pre-stream sessions, which is everybody watching, because this never made it to the recap. Lucian took on the pseudonym David Baker for like a hot minute.
Oh,
David Baker.
Big Dave.
I don't think anyone called you that, but I.
Gadzooks, David
No,
Baker.
he called it himself, like in the morning, like looking in the
Gadzooks.
mirror, like,
Yeah.
you can do it, Big Dave.
He was huge on journaling too.
And we
That was
we never used it because
everyone
ananas,
died.
pineapple were a little bit fucked up.
Completely forgot about the journal. It was such bollocks as well.
It was great.
Marigold.
Maylin, do you want to read out your letter? A little voiceover style?
Sure.
Do your best old man impression, too. Like, I'd love to hear it.
Friends of Mr. Baker, I hope all is well wherever you are. Things are interesting here in the city. The castle has new flags going up. I talked to my daughter. She is alive and well, and the one with unique features you mentioned is present with her always. Not sure what you mean to check legs. She's cute, but not my type. Still holding out for that cute girl you had with you, Mr. Baker. What was her name? Valerie. Anyway, send her my love, Henry.
Who was Henry?
The
I mean, that was-
armorer.
Henry's the guy Veli
tried to marry
to swoo into giving her the shop.
And is the father of
Oh!
Zoya of the Dunes.
Yeah, it wasn't it like the
Oh.
Minotaur and the gnome.
Yep, that's the one.
Couple.
So I bought my shield from. Yeah.
The good old
Which I immediately
days.
gave to Callus. Here you go, bud.
The good old days. As you guys hear Lucian screaming in pain, simultaneously, Eclipsa is opening her wedding invite, tearing up her wedding invite, and then opening another letter. Eclipsa, can we have an impression of your mother?
Oh boy. Okay. Let me go open the letter.
It's real cute. Wholesome content here.
Yeah, sure. My littlest moonbeam, glad to hear from you on your travels. Hope you're safe, warm, and fed. I miss you. We just got the marble on the walkway refurbished. The help have been working on updating the landscaping in the gardens. We're thinking of planting petunias and honeysuckle in place of the orb trees. Would love your opinion when you're home. Also wishing you the happiest of birthdays. Hopefully your traveling companions treat you well. If you have yet to find someone, I know a lovely lad who is very eligible. Mom.
And as she's reading this letter on the bed to herself, looking at the little birthday present she's received, Lucian ruins the good moment by screaming in agony. And as the scream just ends, bursting open the door, Callus, how do you get into the room? Do you just like do the classic Callus boot kick? Or
Yeah, it's just a boot kick. Like probably on the way out, he's just sort of rotated, grabbed his shield and sword, and just sprinted out.
yeah,
Kicked in the door.
like knee to chest and just harder down on the handle. The door handle shatters, the framing of the door splinters. You walk in to see Lucian laying in bed, hand on his head, and Eclipse is just sitting there, like, reading this letter. It's a very casual sight. It's like you just stormed in as if you were playing Battlefield, and, like, this is what you see. It's kind of disappointing. You're, like, ready for something, and that's what you get.
Yeah. So, what's going on, Lucian? Are you okay?
As the door kicks in, like, I imagine he's in bed, just like, with the pain.
May
But then
walks in and hands Callus his pants.
As like a reaction to being scared shitless, she just casts a random spell and it's fucking dancing lights.
The
So.
room just, like, lights up. There's, like, glittering soft purple lights, kind of like a squid who just got spooked. Like, instead of inking, like, Eclipso lights.
As the sound of the door smashing open, he like grabs the duvet and pulls it up to cover his nips. Just like, oh.
Meanwhile, Callus is there with no pants, just the shield and the sword. So much.
Is there a pot on his head?
Oh. Are we starting the stag do early? This is quite a sight. Hello.
Surprise,
That
Callus
is-
is a stripper that's been arranged for you. You get to see what's under the
You
bandage.
get to
Yeah.
unwrap them.
I will slowly unwrap my bandages for you, baby.
Fucking horse cock swinging round. Yeah.
The intro to Magic Mike and Pony by Genuine starts playing.
Oh, yes. No, I'm. Oh God, I'm so sorry. May, what did you give me to drink? Oh, my head is burning. It hurts so badly. I haven't had a hangover this bad in 20 years.
May just walks in, hands Callus his pants, picks up the doorknob, and starts trying to put it back on the door, like, fruitlessly. Like, just...
You know those kids' toys where there's a whole bunch of shapes on a piece of wood? And you have
a
blocks?
circle hole.
Yeah, you're trying to put the triangle in the circle right now. You're like...
Where does the triangle go? It goes into the square hole.
Square hole.
No.
Yeah, it's like literally like you said, fruitless. Like Callus is proficient in doors, so there's nothing left with this door. Like the wood is so splintered on the side, it is gonna take a professional wood craftsman to like come and repair this little bit.
So she just kind of looks at it and goes, I'm just going to go get Harry. She just looks out.
I fucking knew it would come back to me.
Also, is the guy, and while he's massaging his temples, Lucian's going to cast a second level cure wounds on his fucking noggin.
It's true.
Oh, that was. Oh.
Callus is in
85.
his underwear.
And
Fucking
when
Lucian's in his underwear.
when I sit at the table, I will open the letter.
Healing for 19.
Yeah, you're downstairs and you open your wedding invitation. How's Rakesh feeling about Lucian getting married?
He's happy for him. He needed the right girl for him.
Does Rakesh think Alenora is the right girl, or does he think
He's
there's
never met her.
somebody better?
You think you don't know Eleanor, so he think that he will see with time if it is the right girl for Lucian or not.
Look at him being all introspective.
Yeah, we talked about relationships and stuff, didn't we? In the Feywild, sitting around
Yes.
having hot chocolate.
Just you and Rakesh.
Yeah.
Lucian and Rakesh having a moment.
It was
Boy
some-
moment.
It was really wholesome. As everybody slowly recovers and realizes that nothing's wrong, Malin goes over to Harrigash and has him take the pieces of the
Just knocks
door.
on the door and waits for them to come to the door. Like a
Coming.
human.
Walks to the door.
And Callus goes and kicks in their door.
Not another one.
He wants
Yeah, so he
a
opens the door.
Japanese-inspired building, no doors.
Hi, good morning, Harrigash. And she hands him the doorknob. Help?
What is this?
Wasabi.
Wasabi! You want to try
Wasabi?
it? No.
Yeah.
Yeah! Wasabi!
Help. So she'll hand the doorknob to Harrigash and just say, Callus met a door. Again.
Hey, brother. Right. Just looks out the hallway, sees the door. I'll get on it.
Thank you.
After a
It
little...
just, like, you hear a bit of resentment in his voice when he says that.
just for shits and gigs, can you make me a performance check to see how good you repair this door?
But with proficiency because of tools.
Yeah,
I want to say
fine.
mending can't help the door.
Fuck it, I'll just do a flat roll. I'm not wasting
I think,
fucking...
Tay, I think that what you're looking for is Callus is proficient in lock picking.
14.
You know, it's not bad. Like, you've done worse repair jobs. It does not look as good as Robo Rumbles. But, like, it's not bad. Like, it will pass as, like, being repaired. When someone else comes and stays in the room next, they'll definitely be the ones blamed for breaking it when they accidentally bump the door handle too hard.
Would a little bit of magical mending even help?
I was about to say, would mending work?
Yeah.
Maybe, like, a little.
If he doesn't do it first, Eclipse is doing it. Just like mend.
Everyone just walks by and just puts a little mending into the door, just, like, all doing their part to fix Callus's morning wood.
Ugh. Great.
Lucian's up and about, like walking around with like his blanket or whatever wrapped around him for modesty, just like looking at. I guess did May say she came in with the letters?
I have the letters. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been intrigued to see like obviously the invite would have caught his eye because everyone's been invited, but he didn't know when he's fucking getting married. He'd just be like, oh, we have a date. Oh.
Yeah, May hands Lucian her invite.
Reading it like, there's a last of his. Oh, that's very nice touch. Thank you. Oh, just like letting it drop on the floor, walking back over to his stuff, like, oh, because you know when people have like wedding panic, it's having to compress it all in like, a short few days. We're just gonna start getting dressed.
May looks over at Eclipse while everybody's in the room. Mind linking Callus, Lucian, Eclipse.
Oh.
And Eclipse gets in her head. I need to talk to Eclipse in her head for a second. Are you doing all right?
Not particularly, but I'm here.
I came into a little bit of coin recently. It seems like we have less time than we thought. Would you like to go shopping with me?
Anything to get us out of here. And
I have a quick
coin
errand to
myself.
run, but I'll come back for you.
Okay.
Have breakfast. Get settled.
Hopefully I can get everyone down at the same time so I can let them know what's going on with me.
That would be a good idea, yes.
See you around, Maiden.
As Lucian gets dressed, putting his modesty blanket away, and Callus finally has his second foot in his pants, the rest of you go downstairs and join. Oh, the rest of the boys go downstairs and rejoin Rakesh, who's just sitting there patiently waiting, looking around the room for you guys to show up. Just being a good lad, a good little berries and cream boy in his chair. Malin, you probably head back to your room, get prepared to head out. And Eclipsa, do you do anything upstairs or do you head on down quite quickly after?
Well, she gets dressed. That's definitely a positive. Other than that, no, she'll just get her stuff put away and then get ready to head downstairs.
I think the motion is free the nip, so I think you're good. Just go on. Just go, Eclipsa, go.
Yeah, go down in her undergarments, sure.
Nah. Just like Chris. Just hands, got it all. Malin, do you want to do your bit on stream or did you want to keep it for off?
Do you have anything that you need to tell me that's going to change what happens over the course of what I plan to do?
Like, maybe a little bit, but it's
Do you want to text it to me?
Yeah, we'll do it later via, like, at the tavern table.
So what May actually does is she doesn't actually go back to the house. She climbs up on the rooftop, so she normally does, how she gets around here, and waits at a rooftop until she can see Cena in the window, and then mind links her.
Okay, noted. So
and lets her know, like, just so you know, I'm not going to be able to come in, but word vomit.
Malin is gone for the better part of the early morning. Downstairs at the table, as the boys get down to Rakesh, what are the four of you up to? The boys are very rarely ever alone. So, like
leaving a whole host of kittens just unattended. It's going to
Quite
cause chaos.
literally.
Stag.
You know what happens when we leave the boys alone? They start a shuffleboard team.
Oh, let's play shuffleboard!
Right, I know what we're doing for my stag do now.
Yeah.
Fucking shuffleboard.
Yeah, I want to hear this conversation play out, please. Someone broach the conversation. I cannot wait.
Yeah, I guess as we're going down, Lucian's sort of leaning a little bit on Callus and Harry, just like,
you have to inaugurate the newest new members of the Pucks of Doom. Like,
no.
Yeah, absolutely. Head pounding, sees Rakesh and just like, well, we're all here, which is good. I think as things are clearly ramping up before this wedding, I would like to do a time-honored tradition of a stag do. And I will let you all decide what we do. I am in your hands.
Tell you what, when a lot of bad things happened on that ship, but one thing that was good was discovering that game, the shuffleboard. We should see if we can find somewhere to play that.
Shuffleboard, yes, we were so good at it.
We were absolute professionals. These two weren't here for it, but we can show you the ropes. We're pretty good at it.
I think that'd be great, especially Rakesh. I've seen what he can do with his hands. He's crazy.
Do I know how to play shuffleboard, Tay?
make me a history check. Just like a straight history check.
He's old. He knows how to play shuffleboard.
Oh, okay, no, I don't know how to play shuffleboard. I rolled a 5.
Yes!
Harry's never even heard of shuffleboards.
Yes!
Yeah, so shuffleboard is on the agenda tonight. You've got Callus as a stripper. You've got shuffleboard. What more do you want in a stag do, Lucian? Damn.
Maybe
You're
go
lucky
to
me.
shopping some outfit
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh,
Or-
whoa.
for Harry and me. But Rakesh, no, it's not the first wedding for Rakesh, so he know how to dress properly. Just a leaf and nothing more. Uh,
He got ready. He got married in biblical times. That's
Yes.
what. That's
Yes,
how
I
old
guess
he
we'll
is.
He got married before the calamity.
we'll need to get you all some finery for the wedding, I'm guessing. But I would prefer it if you all came prepared.
Yes, after the last wedding we all attended, I think that's a
Or
good
like your
plan.
bodyguard.
Not only was it the last wedding, it was the last wedding. It was Elnora's last wedding as well. So
Yes.
you know,
You,
Yes.
maybe
This
you
is
you can
news.
maybe you can impose us like as her bodyguard.
So I don't think that I think we should fill in these other two on what
Oh.
happened.
I always forget.
'Cause-
Yes, yes, of
Yes.
course.
Can't wait. Let's
So-
hear it. Too long don't read version. Let's go.
So we all of us met, myself, May, and Lucian. We met at a wedding for Eleanor, Lucian's bride to be. And I don't know if you remember Matteo at all. Well, he and his goons dropped in through the roof and interrupted it and attempted to kidnap the princess. And well, it's what kicked off all of this.
Yes, without that, we wouldn't have gone on the ship. We wouldn't have met you, Eclipser, or Rakesh. It was an interesting time. So I'd like us all to come prepared. You know, but wear something nice over the top, but you know, be prepared for trouble, because Matteo and the other lad are related. They are dragons. So yes,
Yeah, I see. Okay.
yes, excellent. I also think we should invite the girls along for whatever party that we have. Just because it's a stag do doesn't mean they can't come. But I
No,
don't
I
know if-
think we should send them to Eleonora so they can have like their.
Look, they never got the chance to experience the glory of shuffleboard, so I think that
yeah.
we should bring them along for it.
Hmm.
We can
Yeah.
teach them how to play like true masters.
Because I mean, it doesn't matter who they are. They're my side of the wedding party. Okay, I have you all, and that's about it. So don't give them over to Elnora. No way. It'll be very small on my side of the proceedings. Let's put it that way.
Or
Um,
listen. Or, yeah.
So aside from doing a party and getting some clothes, anything else that we need to accomplish today? I'm pretty good.
I can't think of anything that I seek to do.
Nothing I have to do is time sensitive, so fine to tag along and go clothes shopping, I suppose.
Well, let me show you some of Rotun's most fine establishments for gentlemen's wear. And let's go. Just like taking a croissant, maybe a coffee to go. Sort of really, if they had sunglasses in this place, he would be wearing sunglasses like, oh, because he had a lot to drink last night.
Hi, welcome to Rotund Bucks Drive-Thru. My name is Cassie. What can I get started for you today? Would you like your croissant warmed up? Okay, fine.
The double pump volcano mocha explosion blast.
It's our summer explosion spark. We torment our staff for 2 weeks at a time with these limited edition sparks. Here to bring joy.
Perfect.
Meanwhile, Maylin is out on the town slinking around being sneaky, as she does. And Eclipsa, what you doing, girl? Are you headed downstairs to the boys yet?
Yeah, she's just getting ready.
Gets dressed, heads downstairs. You see the boys just like chuckling about, talking about their plans. Boys, you see Eclipsa come and join you. You know, the group is almost whole again. Not
Morning,
long.
Eclipse.
Morning, Callus. May already knows, but it's okay if I have a quick word with the rest of you.
I don't see why not.
Everyone
Yeah,
starts
well,
counting, and Lucian's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Rakesh is like 1, 2, 3, 4. Callus 1, 2, 3, 4. Harry, Lucian 1, me 2, Rumbles 3, Rakesh 4,
Yeah.
She's
Callus
used to
5.
May never
How
leaving.
nice of her
so-
to include Rumbles.
May never leaving.
Yeah.
that
How
sounds
often is May
like a
going-
family
What game have
name.
you been playing?
New May, who this?
Yeah.
Who
Right.
this?
There's a bit of a reason why I haven't wanted to stay in one place too long, but we have a bit of a different situation right now.
Okay.
What's the situation?
The situation is Lucian decided to go get married, but regardless, the reason I usually didn't want to stay in one place is
You
because
feel a chill coming your direction, Lucian.
Oh,
Mm,
he's trying to suppress the awkward feeling that he has entirely. It's like shuffle, like standing on one, looking away. Yeah.
there is a bounty on my head. Maylin already knows. She's the one who informed me, actually.
What? What?
Some,
Why?
I don't know. Nothing says why on the bounty either. It's a
So,
bounty of 30,000 on my head.
can you
What?
think of any? Can you think of anything that you would have done that would have caused such a
Oh,
thing?
that's a
No,
lot of money.
the only thing that could cause it is where I live, but that is not really a reason I would think for a bounty. Posted all
Horse.
over.
Of course it is. It's the Empire. Mm.
It's not just
Mm-mm.
here, Lucian.
Mm.
It's a global bounty.
From what I'm aware, yes.
Well, they have yes, but the Empire have agents everywhere. They could be tracking you, trying to take you back. Clearly, they've realized that one of their own is in the Dark Republic, and they don't want you to be here anymore. Terrible people.
It doesn't even say who puts it out. May not even be them. You don't know.
Once again, have a sinking feeling that I may have had something to do with this, but I'm just going to assume that it's not the case.
Does he say that, or is that an internal thought?
It's probably like an internal thought that like is slightly verbalized, but only in like body movement. It's like a very sort of like, oh fuck, what have I done this time sort of thing.
Hmm. I get you. I mean, I have a passive 10 insight, so I have no clue. Callus needs to fart, whatever. Well, I can assure you this: while you're here with us, you don't need to worry about any bounty hunters.
Hey, real quick, did May tell her who her bounty was?
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
you did.
not who the hunter was.
Yeah.
She said that Xander's here, and he's your bounty hunter. Yeah.
Okay. So, remembering that, because Clipso wouldn't have forgotten, the user
Uh-huh.
did, however. Clipso will just kind of shake her head. Well, here's the thing. My hunter is already here in the city, and I know who he is. He is my Xander.
I thought he was dead or missing.
Seems he's here and alive, and he has my bounty.
And he's hunting you.
Yes.
Where is he?
I don't know. Just somewhere here in the city.
You sort of described him to me once. Could you give me a better description? And keep an eye out for him.
All you bitches drink water.
Oh,
And she'll give a description of Xander.
He is an old human male with grey hair and a grey
Rakesh!
beard.
So Cash? No.
Rakesh is beardless.
Maroonish red tiefling. Brownish hair. You know. All the fun jazz.
My god, Queen T Gaming, thank you so much for subbing. We
Yeah, thank
appreciate
you,
it.
Queen T.
You guys are so welcome.
and just remind me, Xander came from the Empire as well, didn't he?
He did, yes.
Okay. Well, I can pretty much guarantee you, if he takes a run at you while we're here, we can openly slaughter him and there will be no repercussions.
Well, depending. But we'll see.
It's my job to, well, at least I try and make it my job to stop people from getting hurt, so this is no exception. If this person wants to kill you, they're gonna have to go through me.
Hmm.
I appreciate you, Callus.
Be going
But if he wants to
through my
kill me, he'll
sword.
be going through me.
Well, we'll keep a tighter watch. Let's try not to split up too much, especially in busy areas. I know we're going to go out and do some. We have to do a couple of errands, but I think we should all go together. Minimize the chance of him jumping you in the bazaar or something.
You have fun with the rest of the boys. Maylin and I had to go out ourselves, do a little bit of business.
Perhaps you're best off taking the Steel Defender with you.
We
I
get
would
the
love
puppy!
Oh, I was trying to think of something that I could give her, but all my stuff is like 10 minutes. 10 minutes is not long enough.
Sorry, Harry just thought he'd give the Steel Defender because, like, it has a past perception of 16 and it can't be surprised, so it's like it's the ideal bodyguard.
Oh, yeah.
You know
Excellent.
what my
My
past
dad is going to
perception
be
is?
so confused when he sees what just happened. He's going to be like, what did I subscribe to? Look at Wombat, you so cute.
Wombat.
What am I giving the
Thanks.
subs?
He just wants the top tier spot. He beat
Wait,
me
what?
to it.
Oh my god!
Crazy boy.
Dang.
Look at my cat position.
Bay coming in here.
Yeah, I think with that flurry, we're going to have to get Charlie in for this. Like, come on.
Yeah, come on, bring him over.
Find familiar.
Find familiar, cast it.
We all grab our incense and charcoal and herbs and stand around a brass brazier while we wait for our familiar to sub in.
Best I can do is a COVID test.
Can't see shit, is it?
It's blur, bud.
It's blue?
It's-
Does that mean you're pregnant?
There's, there is two
Congratulations,
lines.
Triumph.
There you have my cat. Ah, you don't.
Kidding.
Bay.
Charlie cat.
There's just chaos on the stream right now. Sorry, guys.
Cat themed merch coming soon.
I'm selling my cat. No.
No.
Place your bids in chat. Bids starting at $1 for Charlie. He's a
Whoa.
good Canadian cat.
$3 for Charlie. Come on.
$3 going once. $3 going
$3.01.
twice.
$1.
$3 going once. $5 for
and
the girl in the top corner. $5 for the girl in the top.
And you are paying the
I believe it's
delivery
actually 30. What was it? What was the bounty? 30k.
30K.
$30,000 to the guy in the bottom with the door problems. $30,000 to the guy in the bottom with the door problems. Going once, $30,000.
How
Twice,
dare
$30,000.
I put 9 billion in the chat.
$9 billion for the girl at the top. $9 billion for the girl at the top. Anything else for the one sneaking on the roof? 9 billion going once, 9 billion going twice. Sold to the girl sitting
Nail
on the
me
roof
your
somewhere.
cat, bitch.
Anyways.
Anyway,
You know, just quickly, that gave me an idea. What if we just fucking kidnap a random person from Rotund and dress them up as Eclipser?
Give it this session, okay? Just there's stuff happening. Wait for it.
yeah, let's not.
Wait for it.
You
Did not
can't
bring
say
it up to
that.
her.
We're
She
going to
would
get
deny it.
sued by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
He didn't copyright the phrase "wait for it."
Who knows anymore? I watched
What
it.
is this game? What is happening
I
right
don't
now?
fucking know, man. So much.
We have a lunch to get to. If we don't get to lunch today, I'm gonna freak out.
Let's go. We're on the clock.
Yeah. Send the Steel Defender off with Eclipser. She goes to go meet May. The boys go fancy clothes shop. Lucian's already got his fancy clothes from when he was last at a wedding. So he's-
Okay, she's waiting for May because May told her stay put, be a good girl.
Yes, stay put. Correct. I'm
So
coming
Eclipse
back
has got
for
the
you.
praise king. Good girl works. Got it.
Yes,
Oh
we
my
know that
God.
already. Sabin.
Peasants on your knees. Good girl. Face scratches.
Good old Fabian.
fucking Fabian.
All right. Starting with the boys. You
The
guys.
boys.
The boys.
Let's.
I need to screen grab. Where's my print?
Just jumping and turning around Lucian like. Ooh, 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 ooh.
As you guys head into town, Lucian is giving you the lowdown on Rotundian shopping. You guys end up settling on this shop in one of the more affluent. Another one? Jesus. So much is happening in our chat today. 420, Carly.
Wow.
Daughter,
Thank you.
420. So
Thank
much.
you.
And 69? Damn.
For
That's what we
2069. Oh yeah.
You hear that, Carly? One of our redemptions should just be a Hoya.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
but we need to come up with a phrase for that.
Yeah. Well,
Can I get
I'll
it?
do-
Nat 20.
No, it's gonna be a spell.
yeah. Ideas in chat.
Thaumaturgy.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, that's a good one. You guys end up on this little store known as Basie's. And it's real cute. Big 2-story building, stone and marble archways, very dark, very goth, Victorian kind of pointy bits all here and there, 2 gargoyles out front. Looks spooky and decrepit and haunted, but it's actually like the top up and coming designer here in the city. And Lucian's just bragging about this experience as you walk in. And as you get inside, there is a small gnomish woman with dark blunt bangs, kind of very boxy bob, wandering around. Simple black dress with a few hulking individuals running around. Dissonant Whispers, Carly, that's a good one. Wandering around the shop with her. Little glasses sitting a little too far on her nose, and she's got a pen and a clipboard kind of walking around. Hello there. Welcome. What can I do you all for today?
Good morning. I am here to equip my groomsmen here, shall we call them?
I'm not wearing a
with
suit.
finery for a very important wedding. So we thought we'd come here.
You have come to the right place. I am Adam. It is nice to meet you. Let us get you fitted. What regions of Nova Zemi are you looking to dress from? Are you looking strictly for the Rotundian gear, or are we going to branch out into the farther wonders?
I guess you guys can pick whatever you'd like. As long as you're looking nice, it doesn't really matter to me what you want to hail as. Your
Do you
styles.
have
I'm not going to dress you.
Do you have any strips of cloth? Long strips of cloth.
Maybe satin.
Adam backs
Something.
up and looks at you up and down, and starts pulling at the pieces of the cloth that you have, and she gets her nose on it.
He's going to like sort of rip it back away and just be like, "No, don't. Sorry, it's
I get
not
everyone is
safe."
touchy. Let me have one of the boys go to the back and see what we have. Yes?
Thank you. And after that, he's going to turn to Lucien and say, "I'm only doing this because it's you. I'm not getting dressed up. That's not how I do things."
No.
Shortly,
Some fancier cloth for you. Yes. Very nice.
Shortly after a few moments, the big orcish man comes back out, and his arm is like very taut across his chest, and he's got about 5 pieces of fabric hanging in a variety of shades. One is this deep burgundy color. One is like a deep burnt rotundian orange. The other is matte black. The next is a charcoal gray. And the last one is like a crocodile print leather.
I'll go for the matte black.
Looks at you up and down. How tall are you, darling?
5'11".
Dear Lord, so many strips of fabric. All right, I'll have someone measure and cut. Off you go. And she like starts shooing you into the corner of the room where there's like a circular stand with an arched set of mirrors for you to stand in front of. And out from like a stack of a trench coat comes 3 little halflings with measuring tapes and begins measuring around your knees and your ankles and your chest, getting all of the measurements and recording simultaneously.
Alice just looks so done with like everything. He's just like,
Lucian just beaming, just like, yeah.
You're doing great, sweetie. Chris Jenner works hard, but Lucian Moonshadow works harder.
Fucking hell.
On the same side of the room, Adam starts pacing over her little bob, kind of like wobbling around, and goes, "You're an interesting one." And she's like looking at Haragash and like grabbing on to like his wrists, I guess, is all she can really reach, and giving them a squeeze. "Where do you hail from, darling?"
Been a bit all over, but I spent most of my time in. Oh fuck! What was it? Stonewalk?
Yes.
Yeah. So, spent most of my time in Stonewalk.
Excellent. The Dynasty's colors suit you well. I'm thinking navies and platinums. What do you think?
I typically dress for practicality, not formality, so I really have no clue as to how to dress for such an occasion.
Let's Mama Atom help you, darling. Come with me. And she grabs you by the hand and starts pulling you across the room and gets you up on a stool where from a black leather couch under the 3 cushions comes 3 little halflings with tape measures and such, and begins taking your measurements. And as soon as measurements are recorded, and like Adam can see these, they grab a couple of options off the rack and they start literally forcing you into the clothes. Like Mally will be like pulling your arms through, and they get your head through the hole. They're very excited. They put you in a high like turtleneck cut floor length tunic with like a very like flamboyant icicle like pauldrons and like a small cape coming off the back of the pauldrons. Couple of sashes, very, very avant-garde and very fancy. And what do you think of this, darling? It's the hottest off the runways. Mwah, chef's kiss. Mwah.
Harry just looks up at the guys to see what they think.
Although,
Alice is just sort of like,
yeah,
Yes.
Lucian's so into it. He's just like beaming with pride. Just like, Looks so good.
I've got one more option for you, darling. Let me show you number 2 before you settle. And they start stripping you right then and there. As soon
Feels
as
uncomfortable,
everything
but
is
I'll allow
off,
it.
yeah, you're standing there cold, nipples at attention, shivering from this light draft, teeth chattering. Does Harry
Rumbles
have
look
teeth?
away.
I think so. He has a mouth, right?
Yeah.
It's a filter feeder.
They come over and they start putting like oil and lube on your legs and start pulling up a leather like piece of clothing onto your legs.
Oh my.
And before you know it, you're in black leather pants and they're pulling like a harness
Kinky.
over you. Again, all
Oh,
black leather.
kinky.
X.
Hell yeah.
One single pauldron with like a black sash going from shoulder to waist and it wraps around the waist. Big rotundian crest kind of holding where the hips are together. And like thigh high black boots and like there's almost like a fastener given to you as well.
Kinky.
You look spectacular, darling. I think this is my best creation yet.
Alice just sort of looks at Lucy and like, is this a normal thing? Or
Is
are they
that
just
a
fucking
normal
with him?
thing? I
Are
don't
they just fucking with him?
Are they dressing him up as like some kind of sexy cowboy gimp or like what's going on?
Sexy cowboy
Assless
gave you so
chaps.
last season, darling. Do you want the assless chaps? And she like pulls out a pair of scissors from her belt and starts like snipping them, like making the snipping motion.
The second she pulls out anything sharp, he just sort of like gets some distance.
Look,
No,
perhaps
no.
you might be better off just wrapping yourself in bandages like me and just calling it a day.
Would probably be more comfortable.
I mean, it's completely up to you, Harrigash.
I
Whichever
think
one you feel more
option
comfortable.
1 is quite spectacular with your skin tone, darling.
Yes, could we perhaps go with option 1, but maybe with a bit less detail? I would like to maintain some range of motion.
I've got this. And she wanders away for a minute and you're just left here. In leather.
Elevator music playing just from like a band in the car.
Meanwhile, Rakesh.
Yeah.
What kind of wedding inspo? Like, what kind of wedding dresser is Rakesh? Is he like an outfit or is he bandages?
If I say, do you see like the classic monk, like not fancy but not too shabby, like
I'm picking up.
outfit?
I'm picking up. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I have my range of motion, my mobility, but I look like a little bit class and
From a trunk in the corner of the room pops out 3 more halflings, all with measuring tapes, and pulls you into another pedestal-like section and begins taking your measurements very carefully. Not long after, Adam comes over, clapping their hand and motioning 2 orcs to go towards Harrigash, and looks at you and like motions for you to get lower, Rakesh. And once you like kind of clutch down, Adam grabs your cheeks and starts pulling them, like moving them all around. You are quite something. I have just the thing for you. And she reaches into a pouch and pulls out a long burgundy tunic. Long sleeves, very high neck. And then once that's kind of situated on your body, she cinches you around the waist with like a black leather belt and kind of puts like a black leather. The only thing I can think of calling it is a dickie, but I know that's not quite right. Puts on like you know, like a thing, like a shawl almost, except for like it's kind of like a poncho maybe. Like if a poncho and a shawl and a dickie had a baby, that's what they're putting on you, Rakesh. And it kind of just like goes down over the shoulders a little bit. It's made of the same leather that your belt is made out of. And it's got like a rotundian crest burnt into the chest. Simple, efficient, stylish. It is Pony by Genuine. Well, you know, you look spectacular.
Thank you.
Have they got a mirror that Rakesh can see himself in now?
They
Like,
do. It's one of those like three-way partition mirrors, so like you can see every angle of yourself as you like turn and strut. You're just looking, feeling your fabrics, Rakesh, looking at all of the colors.
Why
Meanwhile,
is it Rakesh in the mirror?
I don't know, Rakesh, are you looking in the mirror?
Yes.
Looking in the mirror, Rakesh, there are 3 panels, 2 smaller ones and a center one. In the center is you, but on the 2 side ones is a man that does not look like you. Taller, darker hair, pale whitish gray skin, deep red eyes, small fangs coming off the bottom lip. But it's not like the last time you've seen this figure in the mirror where they have like their own autonomy. It's like your movements. Like when you move, their body does the same thing. Like you turn a shoulder to look over, you see them do it. You pick up your foot to look at the bottom of the tunic, you see them do it.
do any of us notice there's someone else in those mirrors, or is it just Rakesh to us?
To you guys, it's just Rakesh.
Okay, well then, Lucian is keeping his energy going like, oh, old man, you look fantastic. Absolutely oblivious to the fact that he's...
Rakesh will be disturbed a little bit.
As Rakesh is kind of like grimacing at the mirror, Haragash is getting his leathery garb ripped off of him, and they come and put you in a black version of the same tunic. No pauldrons this time, but they do pin a sash from your shoulder to your waist and wrap it around. This deep burnt orangey colored sash. Much more simple. And you can wear like, you know, your own undergarments underneath, or we have silken ones so there's no chafing. It's your call, your call.
I think this will do for now.
Excellent. Who will be covering the tab?
Oh, I have the tab.
Oh, thank God.
Excellent. Excellent.
Sugar daddy.
Your total today will be 1,612 gold.
Oh!
Harry!
Oh, Harry!
Wait, how much?
1,612 gold.
I got that.
Okay, no need to flex. Jesus, calm down.
From party
Thank you,
funds.
Squid.
Everyone.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, God damn it.
That's from the fancy gloves from the tower that were sold. Used to buy our outfits for the wedding.
Meanwhile, back at the volcanic activity, Malin slinks back in the doors to track down, babysit Eclipsa. Who knows what's gonna happen next?
Eclipsa would just stay in the main room. Maybe got some alcohol to drink. Sip on.
Casual.
I see Rumples has joined you.
After I told the boys, they felt better leaving him with me and you for the day.
Did you tell them everything?
Just
As
for
much as I
clarity, it's
could.
still Defender, not Rumbles. Rumbles was still with us.
Oh, okay. So it's just an empty defender.
I mean, it still works the same.
No, it doesn't. Oh, I see this.
It doesn't have the
shitbox
character.
metal tin can is with you. That's great.
You wouldn't call Rumbles that.
No, I
We'll
wouldn't.
look into that.
Did you tell them everything? Didn't hear you.
As much as I could, yes.
What do you mean as much as you could?
How much
What did
it
you
was.
leave out?
As far as I know, nothing. As much as it was, who it was, where they are, and They were very concerned about who put it out, but I even told them no one knows who puts it out.
I can wager a guess. Would you like to go shopping?
I would, I guess. Let's go. She'll kind of begrudgingly
It'll
get
cheer
up.
you up. And May's smiling at her and puts her arm around Eclipsa's shoulders, but the moment she's facing forward and not looking at Eclipsa, smile gone. She's not excited. And
Eclipse is not excited.
she's putting the shitty cloak on Eclipsa so that way they can actually go out.
You guys get dressed and head out onto the town. Where are you guys headed?
I'm taking her to off the rack. We're not getting custom made clothes for this shit.
Eclipsa, you are drug past all of the nicest stores you've ever seen. And in the window of one of these stores, you see the boys getting like tossed around, different colored clothing going everywhere. And for a brief moment, you think you see the bright blue nipples of Haragash. You're not entirely sure. And May
God.
just keeps dragging you past.
Don't look. It's better if you don't look.
Or 16 of Haragash's
That's all pretty
nipples.
much already.
Roll for
Do fish
nipples,
have
please,
nipples?
Kyle.
Like roll for a will save.
Roll for nipples.
Roll for nipples, please. Just a straight D12.
No, D100. D100 roll for
No.
nipples.
Stop.
Oh
Leave
no,
him
my
alone.
internet's not working.
Wait,
What
cryo
is that?
freeze.
What is
It's really
happening?
You kind of take Eclipso down the streets and you end up at a small ma and pa, kind of like fast fashion kind of like vibe. Like it's like
Yeah.
there's multiples of the same thing when you walk inside.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
You see a elven man, braided hair, like up one side, the rest is long and down. His hair is this vibrant, deep purple color. The clothes he's wearing look way too expensive to be sold here. Crocodile skin boots, like very dramatic makeup going on, like pale blue skin, very like elegant, very sharp features, very tall ears. Like his ears are extremely pointed with metal caps and like adorned jewels on them. Welcome. What can we get for you guys today?
We're getting dressed for a wedding.
Congratulations, ladies. We love supporting that here. What's the vibe for your wedding? Tell me all about it.
And May actually smiles and turns to Eclipsa. Yes, darling. What would you like?
She's gonna look at May like she's a little insane for a second and just goes, black.
I love
A girl after
non-traditional.
my own heart. Yes, we're both going black, as a matter of fact. I wear
You
the
know what they
pants, though, if
say.
you got anything for me.
Oh. I'm thinking fitted top, fitted pant, high boot, maybe a small fastener, and perhaps a belt that creates the visage of a train. Thoughts?
How about a jacket? No fascinator.
Okay. Split tails, long tails, perhaps a curl to them?
Floor lengths, if you got it.
Yes. Matte black, leather black, like a satiny black? Do you have a material in mind? Do you want tulle?
Maybe you should start with Eclipsa.
Eclipsa, charmed to meet you, grabs your hand, kisses it a couple of times, probably from like a flat hand to elbow. I am Fawns. It's so charmed to meet you. So nice to meet you.
A pleasure. And she just, dead face, doesn't even really seem like herself.
So how long have you two been together? And he starts leading Eclipsa.
Oh, it feels like forever, doesn't it, darling?
Absolutely, forever. Definitely
Just
years the minimum.
so enamored.
And where did you two meet? And starts pulling things off the rack.
In the sky, it was a picture-perfect day.
In the sky,
Just
you
the
do
most
not
beautiful
say.
on a cruise, as a matter of fact.
On a cruise.
Yes.
I'm so jealous of your love.
As you should be.
Now, you're thinking black. I see you in high lace neck, like a lace overlay, like, sweetheart cut but high necked with the lace and the lace sleeves going all the way down. And then, like, down to your waist is more lace, and then over, like, a satiny A-lined skirt. What do you think?
The cousin will kind of just smile. It's like, how about off the shoulder sleeves, low cut, fitted around the top and the hips, but just a slight flare at the bottom, and long elbow-length gloves.
Gloves, you say? Black tie weddings? How fancy. And begins pulling the garments just as you say. And starts getting you dressed, helping you, like, get everything you're wearing off and hung up. Kind of, like, pulls a partition around a little bit so there's, like, a little bit of privacy in class. Helps roll the fingers onto your gloves. And once you're, like, dressed, he puts you in front of the mirror. Now, let's make you look like a bride, shall we? And goes and grabs, like, a black veil and, like, tucks it into your hair. Grabs, like, a few little, like, brooches and kind of, like, pins them in a little cluster over your, like, breast pocket. And, like, flattens out the tray. And you see him just, like, rub his hands together and, like, steam appears. And he just, like, runs it down the back to, like, remove any wrinkles. You look magnificent.
Actually, my love, that's quite fetching.
Thank you. If only it was a crown instead. I could do without the brooch, thank you.
Would you like a tiara?
She just kind of smile and look at May this time. What do you think?
You've got to kind of...
Wouldn't that be gilding the lily, my love?
Perhaps.
Let's just try it. And goes and reaches over and brings a black circlet with, like, a red, like, pear cut diamond with, like, there's, like, a small dip in the circlet, and he places it on your head and pulls out the hair over the back, taking away the veil. I can just see it now. Empress Eclipsa. It's got a nice ring to it.
Unfortunately, she's not marrying a princess.
You're mine, though. Look right at May. She wants to do this, I can do it right back.
And May's eyes widen in surprise, like this moody bitch just did the joke. And she winks, real obviously, so that way the shopkeeper can see. Yeah. Is that what you'll take, or did you want to try on something else? Frankly, it doesn't matter what you wear as long as I can get you out of it.
Exactly my thoughts. I'll take this.
Excellent.
How much?
62 gold.
And she'll actually take out the gold herself.
A gentleman.
And what about you, darling? Are you thinking short sleeves? Long sleeves? What says rock your boat?
I think no sleeves jacket.
Yes. Are you thinking high neck? Low neck? Off the shoulders? I see high neck with side boob. How do you feel?
I feel terrible about that. I don't have much to fill out.
We can always amplify it if you like.
No, thank you. How about sheer jacket, high neck top, long pant, high boot?
Love it. and brings you over and starts pulling back another privacy little partition, cutting Eclipsa off from you visually, and starts
Okay.
getting you dressed. Gets like the high neck, like very matte black, not like a satiny kind of, like, not iridescent but glossy kind of finished fabric with the high neck. And you know those like fake collars, he like slides like a little like clip from like corner to corner. Got two little like volcanic kind of diamond cuts to it with a small chain hooking in the middle. Brings like a sheer jacket out, kind of gets your arms slit in, like 3/4 length sleeves, quite floor length. Got like the pattern of almost like the aurora, like an aurora borealis, but like in those deep oranges and reds along the floor, kind of like ending of the coat. Gets you in the pants and laces up the boots in the back, and then opens the partition so you and Eclipsa can see one another. And I know you're not supposed to see the bride before the wedding, but I just can't
We're not
help but to
traditional.
indulge myself.
You look absolutely ravishing, darling.
Yes, let's get us out of this. How much?
50 gold.
She drops 50 gold.
Excellent. Mwah. I am honored to dress you, honored to bless you, and may the two of you have ever-loving peace and happiness.
You as well. It's been a pleasure.
I am Fonzo, your humble servant, and I bid you good day. And he like flourishes his hands and bows literally as low as he can get.
Thank you. Can you undo these boots
yes.
for me?
Starts pulling them down. I imagine everybody's got their clothing bagged and ready, and the boys got garment bags, and they're all like carrying them.
I imagine, I don't know why, but I imagine while the boys were getting like trying on stuff, Eclipsa, Lucian sat there with like fucking mimosas and like cake, like oh, what, you know, like when you go bride like dress shopping.
Yes, it's exactly
Yeah.
like it. There's all the
I mean, if
halflings
we're
are putting
dropping-
like signs up, say yes to the suit.
Yeah. Yeah. If we're dropping like a grand in gold on materials and stuff, you'd be like, I want free refills. You know, that's not.
Pinkies up, bitches.
Yes.
As you guys finish up your shopping, you head into the streets, and it's absolutely uncanny, your guys' timing, how you miraculously run into each other.
Well, fancy seeing you here.
Callus has had one too many mimosas and does not sound like himself.
Sorry. Fancy seeing you
Fucking
here.
baby long neck.
I like to imagine that when Callus gets too drunk, he just like goes full Aussie. Ah, yeah, fucking shit, dog.
He slips into speaking Celestial.
No, he.
Canon Celestial is Aussie.
He have too much of a high constitution. He cannot get drunk.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
you have like 20 constitution.
Yes,
Also
also
can't get-
mimosas.
Can't get drunk if he doesn't drink. Big brain.
Big brain.
Oh,
I love him.
oh.
Not enough nipple, though.
Oh.
Show me those nipple.
Is
Ooh.
he
No.
going maskless to the wedding?
Sorry.
I mean,
Wait, Haragash
yeah.
has, like, facial features? I thought he was flatter than Voldemort. I'm uncomfortable
I mean-
with this.
Not right.
Like, is this gonna register? Guys,
Kind of,
it
yeah.
actually comes through pretty well.
Keeps getting closer.
Yeah,
Now,
I know.
imagine that face with 16 nipples.
I know what of.
Why are there nipples on his
was,
face?
What was your race again?
What do you think he wears a mask?
Vidalkian? Yeah, that's what I. Yeah, I know what a Vidalkian is.
Vidalkins
I'm
can
gonna-
have noses.
I'm playing Magic and I know what it is.
Nipples do Vidalcan have?
God damn it.
Vidalcan are fish. They don't have
But
any.
also tell me what
No,
the
they are
answer
not
is.
fish. They are human hybrid.
Shut up, Thomas. They're fish.
Don't be a bitch, Thomas. It's too early.
Vidalcans are
not
friends,
true.
not foods.
Take it from the fish,
They
they're
are
fish.
seafood.
friends, not food.
So when you are sucking a Vidalcan, are you sucking a seafood?
What? It's chowder.
Chowder. Okay.
Great question, Thomas.
Hashtag sucking
It's an
seafood.
18+ channel, right? This is
Yep.
fine.
Hashtag sucking seafood.
I regret my decision to search that.
Well,
Yeah,
what's
I
the
now need
answer?
to burn my hard drive.
Share with the class, Wombat.
Vidalcan nipple.
Well,
All I did was Google. All I did was Google how many nipples do a Vidalcan have.
If we want to be
What's
mean
the
to Thomas,
answer?
we'll be mean to Thomas, Scarly. I love you, but no. Thomas is
And now
a
the
bitch.
fucking feds are rocking up at Wombat's house, just like busting in the door.
Your FBI agent is on the way from America to come get you.
Just get that text from the FBI saying,
Clean,
"Move, don't fucking move."
All
If only this hoodie
Right.
were a time hoodie.
Yes.
Shopping completed. Sun coming up to the point where it's signifying it's lunchtime. We're going to take our quick break and we'll be back as the group prepares for the final moments before they head to the Royal Luncheon with High Flame Hazur.
Oh shit, yeah, we gotta do that.
We'll be
Oh.
back.
Yummy, yummy.
Oh, it's fucked.
Yeah, I
We
know.
look
It's 'cause
wrong.
Quick.
I was reading the chat. I got so invested. All right, we're back. Hello. Good day. Alvida Zen. That's not right.
That's goodbye.
Yeah.
Let's goodbye.
You know, Sound of Music just so long. Anyways, that's where my head's
You
at
can
right
say
now.
Willkommen.
I will need to
Hello.
restart my computer. Like I'm just really sorry, but there is
Thanks for-
something really big in my screen, and it's still loading, and I don't have access to
Ah.
the thing that.
All right,
Is
I
it your
guess we're gonna
fursuit?
take another break.
We're gonna take another break.
We will
I am
be back
so
again
sorry.
as Thomas
There's something
ruins the
big.
Antissa. All right, we're back again. Thank you. I knew you were my favorite. Oh, that was so good. It was so good. Do we do a Rocky Horror Night in Houston? Oh my god. How many of you are virgins in that sense? Anyways, conversation for later. We're back. We're doing a little timey-wimey stuff. Eclipsa and Malin, you're just leaving the little clothing shop. Go ahead.
Rumbles is the real catch.
Right down.
We're all sleeping on Rumbles. Yeah.
Harry's not.
Yeah, now Rumble sleeps on me.
No. That's adorable.
You're gonna RKO this cat.
Poor Charlie. Oh.
Poor cat.
Pile driver the cat.
But
This
he is
couple.
like you don't know how comfy he is.
Remember when you said that you're driven by your emotions?
Yes, I do remember that.
Now, don't take this the wrong way. But do you think maybe you just got a touch attached?
I'd almost want to ask if I could ask you the same thing.
Oh, I know I am. And I know I'm a fool for it.
Well, this is one of those times that I accept I'm a fool for it as well.
Then why are you being so dramatic?
Because I want to take my own hints and take things into my own hands, so to speak.
That sounds foreboding.
I'm not going to hurt anybody, don't worry.
Please don't bust up this wedding. I've
I'm
been
not
to
going
one
to
of those.
bust up the
Eleanor
wedding.
has been to one of those. Her first wedding was such a shit show. Please don't do it again.
I won't do anything, I promise.
Hydrate,
have
you
my
filthy
word.
sluts.
Yes, mommy.
I have nothing to drink.
Hey,
It's
I'm
Donny
not
Mommy
filthy.
to you?
My mommy prime.
Isn't that what DM stands for? Dummy mommy?
Dummy
It is
mommy.
now.
I require you to change that on the layout
Catch me.
for both you and for Wombat.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
T-shirts coming
He could be
soon,
Dominic
guys.
Marsupial.
Stop. I'm fucking dying.
I've had some sherbet today.
Gerbet or sherbet?
Whichever one's green.
Is there anything else that Clips wanted to say to Maggie?
She gives her promise to not bust up the wedding or say anything. That's it.
If someone opposed to the wedding, please step up. Just Eclipse us, stand up.
She's not going to stand up.
May would pull her hair so fast.
Eclipse
Yeah,
is a proper
KO.
lady. She's not going to do that.
I can't wait for her to do that.
Make a string check and roll a net 20. Just
One
May
time,
puts his
Nikki
head down
rolls
and
really
bashes
well.
into the pew.
This is when we all find out that it's a weave.
smashing the head of Eclipse
Eclipse
on
is
the,
actually
on the
bald.
chair.
She's Vidalkin.
How many nipples does
Yes.
Eclipse have?
I'm okay. We're done. We're done. We're done with talking. We're done with talking.
It's nipple
And then May's
time.
going to mind link to Lucian when they're walking back, and just say that she's got a plan with the high flame, but she's going to need his help, and he'll know when it happens. It is towel time. I saw it in the chat.
If you can send a mental emoji thumbs up, that's what you
Yeah.
get back.
Okay. What is everybody doing pre-royal luncheon? Either to like mentally prepare. I think I'm mostly asking Lucian, but if anyone else has like anything of importance, like feel free to add it, obviously.
You can see Rakesh is quite confused. Like more confused than visually. If he is ever confused.
Why is Rakesh confused? Is it because he has no nipples and everyone else does?
No, because he saw himself in a mirror.
Touche. This is true. He's seeing, not
Yeah.
himself. There's a lot of problems going on with Rakesh.
Yeah.
Lucian, what you doing to get ready for this luncheon? Anything specific?
He's psyching himself up. He's, the high flame is not to be, taken lightly.
No, she's a
but
high flame.
He is immune to being frightened. So, he's just
Thank you for that
pumping
reminder.
himself up. He's just, right, we got this far. Things are going to work out. Things are going to be okay. The boys are all going to look nice. Like, all the things that are clearly important to him in his mind right now.
Okay. As everybody gets dressed, cleaned up, hands washed, hair.
Yeah, May buys a bath.
Good idea.
Yeah, 100%.
Everybody
Bath,
has
wash,
baths. Deduct
fanciest
5
clothes.
silver. You're good. Not baths aren't super expensive. The volcanic activity is cute, but it's not like super high end, so it's like a very moderate price. Anyone who's bathing. You guys get ready and you all kind of reconvene downstairs. Everyone looking dapper and very pretty. And begin the walk to the Flames Keep. It towers over the city. And the stairs itself are its own journey. It takes you guys like an hour and change to climb this set of stairs, passing several guard posts along the way, all holding on to displacer beasts on chains as you're kind of climbing up. And when you reach the top, you see large kind of like flame red curtains hung from strategic points where sconces also sit. There are the cleanest, crispest new set of flags holding the Rotundian crest above the palace with the high flames mark on all of them. The doors are propped open, and as you guys look inside, you see this big black marble and quartz throne at the end of a long dark hallway. Big black marble arches. Very, very low lighting, and it is definitely arcane lighting. Not a flame. There's no flicker. There's no smell of smoke. It's all kind of in this like gray, monotoned theme. 2 guards are there present, and they kind of look you up and down before realizing that who Lucian is in this equation, and says, "Welcome to the Flames Keep. We're going to ask that you check your weapons in our hold, and we bring you in."
But of course, having no clear visible weapon,
Same.
just start wandering in.
Everybody else, Rakesh, Haragash with his crossbow, Callus
I
with
have my
his sword.
fist.
Callus in his head gets, if you want me to put it in the bag, I can.
All right, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check to try to sneak this sword into your bag.
Big sword. Like...
Is that from both of us, or?
I got
will
it.
say you can each roll, or you can give May advantage.
I'll give you advantage.
I will try to convince...
Just block me with your body. Just like be imposing.
I will try
Callus
to
and Frozen
convince... I will try to say that my stick, my weapon, my staff is my walking stick.
Make a persuasion check.
I got a 22, but if I failed, I will add to it.
You didn't fail.
Okay.
You're good. Callus kind of stands in front of you and like puts his hand behind his back like he's stretching and goes, "This is some nice architecture," and just like starts mumbling about the room.
Maybe check one of the swords, she says in your head.
Persuasion. So that is a 15.
They chuckle and say, "Sure, sir, you keep your sword, your stick," and they pat you on the shoulder as if you're senile.
Sorry, I'm blind.
Just go to his shoulder and just be like, come now. Come on.
They lead everybody.
But can I have kept the mask, but
Yeah.
like no hole in it?
Sure.
A new
Same.
one, yeah.
New mask.
No hole in it.
New mask. New
Just
Rakesh.
yeah.
You mask who this?
While they were out shopping, he could have gotten one.
Yeah.
What sword is going in the bag?
The good one.
Which one's the? Is that the
Um,
arm lopping one?
Yeah.
The eye damage one.
What were you gonna say, Cryo?
Would I be able to? Would I have to worry about my what's it called? Wand of War Mage? Like, would they confiscate that?
No, they're just looking for physical weapons.
Cuckoo.
They lead you
I
guys...
checked my bow.
Okay, yeah, fair. You guys got all of your stuff taken away, put away. Things stowed, some of them sneakily within the bag of holding. You guys are led in a pace that's not like rushing, but you're not dawdling by any means. They bring you past the throne where Lucian was previously greeted by the High Flame, into a set of doors, and behind these doors, it's stunning. High vaulted, like Gothic ceilings, black, red, and orange stained glass line the sides of the walls. The table is in the center of the room. It is circular. A setting for each of you. It looks like it's going to be several courses. There are many small forks, a couple of plates stacked on top of each other. Lucian, you see the High Flame sitting in a chair that's a little bit more extravagant than everybody else's. She's kind of leaned back, hand on her, kind of under her chin. Her hair is very much back combed up, very high, braided on the sides, kind of like she had before, with smaller braids locked into her hair, little metal rings and clasps kind of all through it. Sleeveless black leather top, high neck, side boob, as we talked about. Like black leather pants, very dommy mommy energy. On the floor beside her is a girl, hand like with a small tray, not wearing much again, but the same black cropped bangs, like a pile of hand-rolled cigarettes and a small candle there, like ready at her service. And then 6 more people come out of the room and get behind each chair, and there are 2 chairs left at the table that aren't filled yet. These 6 people kind of come out and pull out the chairs simultaneously, like in perfect synchronization, and gesture for the 6 of you to sit, kind of pointing Lucian to be as close to the High Flame as possible.
Go up and take my seat.
Once everybody's sat, your chairs are pushed in, and from behind the High Flame walks out a drow girl, quite thin-figured, her hair very large and voluminous, her eyes this like soft amber, black short fingerless gloves, black like one-piece dress that's floor length. Those who have met her before would recognize this as Alanora, and following right behind her, her horns quite cropped, and the gems that you had seen that were previously growing from where her kind of like head sits, a lot of those are still missing, have not regrown, not returned from the trauma she had received at the hands of Mateo when you guys found her in the SS Star Cruiser. You guys see the same people kind of come back around, pull out their chairs, and they sit again. And the High Flame just snaps her hand, and people come out with deep red wine and begin filling all of your glasses. Welcome to this very informal lunch. It's more of us just to get to know one another, cement our acquaintances into friendships and bonds, make sure Mr. Moonshadow has a moment to see his new bride, and all of you can find your trust in me as we all embark on this new friendship together.
Thank you for your generosity, my liege. And looking over at Elnora, just, my lady, And already started picking up and drinking some fucking wine.
She nods her head at you and just kind of like smiles and takes the wine, and you kind of see her eyes like widen as she takes a sip and puts the cup back down. I am High Flame Azure. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I don't think I've had the pleasure of meeting your companions, though, Mr. Moonshadow. May I have an introduction?
Of course. And then introduces them one at a time, but he uses the name that he gave before.
Let's hear it. What names are you using?
I think he called Rakesh Raki. I can't remember why. Raki Harry, May. I think he just said Eclipser for Eclipser. And didn't say Callus's name, just called him the Wanderer.
It is a pleasure to meet you all, and I welcome you to the Flames Keep. Our esteemed guests today are Alinor Lightless and her mother Panji Lightless, the Empress of the Crystalline Dynasty. We're so glad you made the venture from New Azure to be here.
Are we supposed to act like we already know who Eleanor is, or are we supposed to be like, oh, who is this?
That's up to you.
I think
May's
Callus would mind
actually
link
trying
that to May and
Yeah.
like be asking.
May kind of tries to catch Alenora's line of sight and sees if she's looking like she's looking at them like she knows who they are, or if she's acting surprised.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
That was really good. 22.
And her mother too. Maybe she know.
They both seem like they're not like avoiding eye contact or anything. Like they're looking at you when it's appropriate to look at you, and they're smiling. Neither of them have said anything directly to you, but they're not like dodging your gaze.
Are there looks of familiarity, though? Is she surprised to see any of us?
She doesn't seem surprised, no.
Okay.
It seems like she was briefed on who's going to be here.
Okay. In Callus's head, it's fine.
Hi Flame. I noticed you said New Azure. I saw that on someone else's invitation because I didn't get one. Where is that?
The
I've never heard of
city
it before.
formerly known as Yostad. We have moved in, rebranded, and reclaimed. They no longer fall under the hold of the Crystalline Dynasty. They are an extension of the Dark Republic.
Oh. I'm gonna check over when she says that. Did the Empress or Eleonora like give off what the fuck or like?
Alinora is sitting up very straight and proper and does not let facial expression come.
Scared.
Turning your eye to the Empress, she looks heartbroken. Like you told her you just run over her longtime family pet. Like at the mention of Yostad being no more, she's shattered.
Inside Callus, Eclipsa, and Lucian's head, you just hear, kind of accidentally, Jesus fuck. Or whatever the equivalent of Jesus
Yeah, what
is.
god do you pick? Like, what fuck do you say? I'm just curious.
Traveler.
What is it? Dawnfather? Dawnfather, fuck me.
Yeah. Lucian says.
Can someone clip that, please? Dawnfather, fuck me.
Dawnfather, fuck.
Please, there was the please.
There was a
Daddy.
please.
Yeah.
Hearing that,
Don
Lucian
Daddy?
will respond back.
Sorry, Don Daddy.
I had no idea that was going to happen. That was not said. Oh dear. He's just like.
Callus will sort of just mind link through and just go, what have we gotten ourselves into now?
Well, at least we'll get back to Yostad.
Before we begin the formal part of this luncheon, Mr. Moonshadow,
Yes.
we sent a team to go clean up the rubble at the temple.
Yes.
First of all, we are so sorry for your losses.
Thank you.
216 bodies were recovered.
A lot of friends.
That's
and
a lot
allies.
of damage.
Emotional damage. Within the rubble, we begin to find parts of what we were probably assumed were the rooms of your mother and everyone's holds. We found some belongings. Would you like them?
Please, yes, I can decide what needs to be done with them.
She brings over, she doesn't bring over, let's be honest. She snaps her fingers and someone comes in with a tray. And there is 4 things on this tray. There is a ring. It's just a signet ring. And it is your family's crest. There is a holy symbol of Shar, but it's like been engraved onto a locket. You would recognize this as something your mother often wore. The last one is, or the third one is a small statuette of Shar. Looks like no bigger than like a chess piece made purely of obsidian. And the last one, Lucian, is a stack of letters, a singed stack of letters. Just taking a moment to go through. If you could reference our chat in a moment. It's taking a sec to load.
Oh, Nikki, you evil, evil thing. I don't like the face.
I think it's fine.
I don't like the face.
What do you mean, Chris? You don't like the face?
She's freaking me out.
I'm gonna go try to seduce the Empress. No.
Would you like to read them out loud, Chris, or shall I?
God.
Chris,
Oh,
shall I read
God.
them? Okay, I'll read them. It's
Yeah,
fine.
I'll cry.
Oh, you wanna
I
read
think
them
it's
then?
because May. I think it's because May did write it.
It's
No?
like a singed stack of letters on this deep brown stationery. Lucian, it doesn't take long for you to realize what you're reading. Lucian, if you're reading this, that means you've decided to settle down. Your mother and I could not be more proud of this moment, I'm sure. Life in Rotund is complicated always, and sometimes quite bleak. Having a partner in life and faith brings an unexplainable joy to your life, even on the darkest of days. Being a member of the Obsidian Knight is an honor that I cannot begin to convey. I always thought that getting a position in the church was going to be the best thing that happened to me. That was true for a very long time until I met your mother. A young woman with the softest, kindest eyes. Eliza changed me for the better. Helped me process my grief, my tears, my hopes, my dreams. She showed me how to love. I felt as if I could take on anything with her beside me. I remember the day she told me she was pregnant. I prayed to the Lady of the Lost for Empress days. I asked for her to not allow the pregnancy to continue, as I fear that bringing a child into this terrible world would be selfish. I could never give them the life they deserved. But by her blessing, we got you. I was so thankful that you were not a daughter. I couldn't think of the day I had to give her off to another family. Immediately I saw your mother fall deep into love. It was that day I vowed to protect you both, should it be my dying task. When speaking of what to name you, it was a long conversation. Odin came to mind, meeting leader. We thought about Alexander after your maternal grandfather, but we eventually settled on my father's name, Lucian. It means light, and nothing was more fitting, as you brought so much hope to my darkest days. I look forward to seeing you become a husband. I know you will go above and beyond to make your bride the happiest she can be. Adding to the best days of my life will be the day I see you on to carry the Moonshadow name. Being a parent is the greatest gift in the world, and you will excel at this, my son. Congratulations again. I cannot wait to watch you say your vows before the city, in front of me and your mother. You will do so great. Take deep breaths and know your goddess is watching. Make sure you hug your mother. She'll be a wreck. Love always, Dad. While you're taking a moment to read over this letter, the High Flame goes, we found it in a lead box somewhere on the grounds. We figured you'd want it.
This is the greatest gift I've been given. I truly appreciate you finding this. And I mean, I'm gonna roll for deception, but it's not very good. He's clearly in tatters.
You can roll with disadvantage if you like.
I mean, what did I get? I rolled like a 13. But if I go with disadvantage, no, it was a nat 20. Yeah, he's clearly emotional reading that.
The rest of the group, you kind of just see him get misty-eyed.
Is Callus sort of next to Lucian, or like close-ish?
I would assume so.
Okay. He'd probably just like sort of place a hand on Lucian's shoulder.
Right, take it in his stride. That toxic masculinity right there, just. And after he's finished reading it, he's going to fold it all away and just put it away somewhere safe. And
I'm gonna throw cake at Lucian. No.
Hide in face.
take another drink and sort of like, okay, let's go. Like he's trying to
drink. That's a
psych
great
himself back in.
idea.
That is a great idea. High five.
Our single brain cell is showing.
Just been friends for too long.
It's like
I am
y'all's
proud I
been-
didn't spit any of that out. Holy shit.
Yeah, well done. That sounded like you just.
That sounded like you sprayed everything
I thought you
behind you.
painted your room. Yeah.
As you get this letter and finish reading it over, another round of wine is brought and everybody's glasses are topped up. Well, Lucian Moonshadow and companions, what is it you plan to bring to the Dark Republic for my name?
Children.
Wait, who says that?
The High Flame.
I'll let someone else speak first because for Lucian's part, he's just like, I brought this. I'm doing this. We've got a whole new city. Like, what are you on about?
At
I
this
mean-
time, green salads are being brought and placed in front of everybody.
I mean, all that Callus is thinking right now is, I thought I've already done my share of work for the Dark Republic, but I will. And then he's
Maybe
sort of
not.
gonna, he's gonna speak up and just sort of say, I don't know. I suppose strength, freedom.
How do you plan to bring
Prosperity.
freedom to the Republic, Wanderer? Do you think my people are not
Overstated.
free already? And she begins to take a bite of the
Uh,
salad and stares at you directly.
Not a well. That all depends on what your concept of freedom is.
And tell me, as you sit here and seem to question the freedom of my denizens, what is your definition of freedom?
Well, you see, I'm a wanderer. I go from place to place as I want. I live life on the road, and that is freedom.
Doesn't seem to freedom if you're not surrounded by those who love you and support you and you're by yourself. What is freeing about your own torturous thoughts? And she takes another bite, pulling the piece of arugula off the fork.
Well, it depends on whether or not you are strong enough to be able to withstand such a thing. Whether you are able to endure the thoughts, and whether you can find solace in your own thoughts.
Have you found
When you're in
solace
company.
in your own thoughts?
I'm getting there. I find enough
Congratulations.
peace in them. I hope that one day you can as well.
And what is it you all exactly want from the Republic? What is the return? You just don't do things for free.
We have business with enemies of the Republic. That is mutually beneficial.
Interesting. Can't wait to hear about it. Now, Mr. Moonshadow, what is your timeline on producing an heir to the throne?
Immediately chuck some wine.
Clip's just sipping wine.
I don't think that's quite up to me. But it can certainly be discussed. I would need to speak to
What
my
about you, Miss
betrothed.
Lightless? What is your timeline? Her eyes blink a few times. Eleanor just... Well, I say 6 months out makes sense.
Whatever she says, just mm-hmm.
You think 6 months is a fast enough pace? Do you expect Lucian to stay behind and rule? And she turns to the rest of the party. She turns to, like, you guys. She doesn't look to Eleonora for this answer. She looks to you guys. Or do you expect him to stay on the road with you?
Like I said, freedom. He should be able to do whatever the fuck he wants.
Interesting. Plates are come and picked up.
May's, nothing in front of May has been touched.
Yeah, nothing in
By
front
the
of
way,
me has been
nothing.
touched either. Yeah, like
That's fine.
Lots of Lucian salad was just cut up as he was sort of in a chair.
Yeah, it's just
You might
something
hear
to
it.
do with my hands.
I don't know if it goes in the mind link or not. But you're just thinking stuff. He's just said like 6 months. Jeez. Oh, that's a lot.
It only
Oh,
goes
it's-
through if you want it to go through. She can't hear your thoughts.
A lot of
That's-
joy.
It's just what he's thinking. Just like, oh god, oh god.
A very rare steak and purple mash is brought out next and put in front of you guys. As the high flame reaches down and lights a cigarette and puts it in her mouth, the girl gets up off her knees and comes around and offers a cigarette to everybody at the table.
Immediately takes one.
I don't smoke. I'm too old for that shit.
Panji speaks up. I think it's worth noting, High Flame, that members of this group that is with Mr. Moonshadow are owed a great debt by our people. And the High Flame chuckles for a minute and ashes her flame into the girl's hand. Please elaborate. Well, you see, I was held captive and beaten and bruised. Parts of my essence taken from me that I will never be able to regain. And Mr. Moonshadow, Maylin and the Wanderer looks and like makes sure she only says the names that were said out loud. Found me and sent me back to the Empire, or to the Dynasty, sorry, with their friend Molly as my guide. They made sure I was safe and protected the entire way back to my throne. And I owe them a great debt. So if you don't mind, she turns to the three of you. What can I do to repay you?
May looks at Lucian first.
I mean, this union between myself and your daughter was the idea that I had. I couldn't think of anything greater.
So it has. My daughter's hand, with no dowry needed.
Oh, good. Oh, good. They take moths in the dynasty.
And what about you two?
I had an idea. Did you, Callus? Wanderer, sorry.
I've got some ideas.
And what would those be? I'd love to hear them.
I'm seeking to go somewhere. Not on this realm.
Oh, to another faction. The Jade Empire? The Commonwealth?
Claim.
The High Flame, chokes on her steak for a moment, but recovers quite quickly. Eleonora just, keeps her head down.
May just stares at her head from Lucian. The fuck? What does he mean? What?
She gives the equivalent of a shrug emoji.
And like, can
I love
Callus
the way we
notice
communicate.
these? Like, can he notice these guys? Sort of like, what the fuck's going on?
Probably. You're
Okay,
not dumb
yeah,
at this
so-
point.
Yeah, okay. He'd mind link to May and say, "Well, I've got business with Xander, trying to find Carcero."
And which plane do you exactly want to reach, Mr. Wanderer?
To be decided.
I can't help what I don't know, but I will do my best to arrange travel, or at least partial travel.
Thank you.
Granted. And what about you, Malin?
I imagine that with this union, there's going to be quite a bit of movement between the two allied nations.
There are no
There
allied
must be with-
nations. There is simply the Dark Republic and everybody else.
They are allying nations under one name. High Flame. I imagine that with the losses suffered by the dynasty and the war, that there are some empty holds, vacant homes, places that me and my companions could occupy, and I might be able to branch out and start up on my own in business.
And what business do you exactly tend to take to New Azure?
Who is this?
The High Flame just kind of looks at you as she cuts a piece of her steak.
Procurement. High Flame.
Interesting. And who do you plan to go into business with? Is it a solo venture? Do you have a partner? The Empress
Generally-
is just sitting there just watching this go down.
Generally speaking, I work alone, but I seem to have found myself a company.
Interesting. You see, we have a lot of powerful people here in Rotund who specialize in procurement. I don't know how I feel about you taking them away.
I mean the ones that are sitting around this table, High Flame. We did manage to procure the Empress.
You are not wrong.
New mind link.
Okay.
Lucian, Callus, High Flame Azure.
Oh, you letting her in?
Interesting.
You don't want to let this girl in.
High Flame, I did not expect this opportunity to be able to talk about my business, but perhaps you and I should discuss what it's going to look like once we move out.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
That's a nat 1. That's a 10.
Okay. 10 total?
I don't have anything.
Oh,
10.
okay. Well, in your head, we can talk after.
Thanks.
And she puts her fork down. And the Empress looks up to Rakesh, Eclipsa, and Harrigash. The three of you are joining great company.
No, I am old.
I
have blind sight.
don't know if you were
Oh.
part of my retrieval behind the scenes, but I would like to offer you what I can as
Oh,
a
that's some bullshit.
thank you.
Is it the eye flame or the
The
Empress?
Empress.
Okay.
That's some bullshit. He gets the reward without doing the work? What?
And
sh-
May speaks up. She says, I apologize, Empress. I wasn't finished.
Continue.
In order for my business to gain a foothold, as High Flame Azure has mentioned, there is quite a bit of competition. If there is anything that the newly betrothed need outside of the city wall, of the castle walls, I wish first right of refusal. Anything needs gotten, anything needs found, anything needs found out. My business is the first to hear of it. If I can take it, you can be assured it will be done. If I cannot, you are free to shop it around as you see fit. I only wish to know first.
She looks to Alenora and to Lucian. What are your thoughts?
Speaking from experience, Maylin is extraordinarily adept at what she does, and I could think of no greater asset to have in a new blossoming area of the Republic than having her by our side.
Excellent. Then yes, we will grant that.
Thank you.
On the topic of new and blossoming, we are going to arrange a siege of the other cities of the dynasty. And you see her choke. I would like
That's
to
my
offer
name. Oh, sorry.
titles to whomever would like as such, lords, ladies of the Dark Republic up north. She turns to Harrigash, Rakesh, and Eclipsa. It's not much, but when Crystal Point becomes Flame's Peak, I would like one of you to see as leader there. When Manover...
Rakesh will say, I would like to be the head chief of all the monastery in the Dark Republic.
We will arrange it, Rakesh. When
I'll
Crystal...
just mind links to May. Please get the bag ready with my sword.
You are mute, mate.
She says, I've been ready.
Fuck! Fuck!
Are they going to kill me?
Fucking weddings.
I just want to
Fucking
get this.
weddings.
I just want to get this down. So the High Flame said that they're going to siege the rest of the dynasty. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I thought that was the other one talking. I was like, wait, what? Why would the Empress do
Oh,
that?
the Empress is saying it, but the High Flame is
Okay.
nodding along.
Right, so it's the
Okay,
Empress who's
so-
saying... Right.
Yeah.
They are like declaring their independence, something like that.
Sort of. The Dark Republic is looking to take over the Crystalline Dynasty.
And I may have contact for you in Everstone.
Excellent. We'll speak after, Rakesh. Any
High
help
Flame
from
or
our sister
Empress,
cities? This is still the Empress.
Okay.
Any help from our sister cities will be quite useful. And when Waynestorm becomes the Dark Peak, we would love for one of you to see it over. And not forgetting Manover becomes Smoke's Keep. We would love you guys to be there as well. We are not going to be an idle society any longer. With my daughter and Lucian at the helm, we will see that the Commonwealth and the Empire take us seriously.
Exactly. They've bullied everyone on the global stage for far too long. This is our time.
It is our time, Mr. Moonshadow. And we look forward to the success. And the High Flame pushes herself back and stands up and reaches her hand out. And from the wall flies a very thick black Damascus sword. And in comes a girl holding a little brooch on a tray. Mr. Moonshadow, if you don't mind standing.
Implies.
And she gestures for you to kneel to a knee.
Takes a big, deep breath, like this is the end of your fucking 8 years of studying law at Harvard or some shit. It's just like, gets down on one knee, ready.
She flips the blade around and presses it flat against your throat for a minute. I, Azure Great Smoke, dub thee the Cardinal of the Obsidian Night. Do you pledge to guard the endless sea for the rest of your days?
I do.
Do you pledge to put the Dark Republic above all else, including personal and religious belief?
Always.
Do you, Lucian Moonshadow, pledge to do what is in the best opinion of the Great Smoke at all time?
I do.
Excellent. And she draws the blade from your throat before pressing it to each of your shoulders and putting it in front of her. And then gestures you to stand up. She takes the brooch from the girl's tray and fastens it on to your lapel. I now dub you Keeper of the High Flame. You are my right hand, you my advisor. Anything I say goes through you will be enforced by you. Do you understand?
Of course.
Any laws that should be carried out and their punishments will be carried out by you. Do you understand?
Of course.
Excellent. You are now head of church. You are now head of my state. Good luck, Mr. Moonshadow.
Thank you.
I have
Turns.
a meeting to see to, but the Empress and Princess will be in your company. Dessert will be out shortly. And she flicks her cape and walks down the hallway.
He has a
She-
capability.
May gets up.
She took my move!
Lucian gets a mind link. It might be go time.
Question mark.
Does not compute.
The running emoji, and May mind links to the High Flame. Is the meeting with me, or shall I wait for you?
Wait for me. I am speaking to the warden at the moment.
Oh, okay. That makes more
Very well.
sense. She's like, it's go time. I'm like, what? Yeah.
Who now?
The warden.
Uh-huh.
What's everybody up to? Well, the group of y'all are sitting down with the princess and the empress.
May asks Eleonora, Princess, it is good to see you again.
You as well.
Were you
I-
able to retrieve your belongings from the
Yes.
folks that I had mentioned?
Yes. They have been a great help in assuring that all of my belongings were returned, and that my crown is ready for my impending nuptials.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Callus ask May a question in Mind Link right now. So he'd ask, can you set up a Mind Link with myself, you, and the Empress? And can you, like, sort of ask my questions for me?
Certainly. Third mind link of the day.
Switchboard.
Before we get to more mind linking, Rakesh, Haragash, Eclipsa, what are you guys up to? What are you thinking? What's going on?
Is this considered a short rest? I'm sorry.
I would allow this to be a short rest.
So she can have more mind link.
What are the three of you thinking? What are the three of you doing?
Rakesh will be a little bit flirting with the Empress.
Can't wait. Can't wait to see it.
This whole time, Harry's just been like helping himself to the food
In
and
his
just looking
salad.
back and forth between everyone. Like
May would push her food over toward Harry.
Yeah, Harry would just be looking like back and forth between everyone at the table, like a little kid at a table full of adults, not knowing anything that's going on.
Oh, Harry needs
no,
the kids'
little
table.
baby Harry.
What about Eclipsa?
She's having dinner like a lady, and would have mentioned to the Empress that she would be thankful for a title for Manover when it does transfer over.
Excellent. And what about... that covers the three of you. Okay. Mind link. Continue. Fuck's sakes. Everyone first, I employ you as Wombat Cast Create Water.
I'm trying to talk.
Why do you think I have to keep running away? I need to pee so much.
I will need to go search some water.
Is that what you're trying to tell me to tell the Empress?
It's essentially like stuff along that sort of line. Like,
Is it like to give the signal for go time? Or is it like...
It's more of like just making sure that she is doing these things of her own volition. Because it doesn't seem like she's sort of well.
I could just ask her that straight out, though.
No, but I want to try and keep it sort of like hidden in case there's like guards or whatever around the room.
In Mind Link?
So by asking through Mind Link, it negates that sort of... It negates that.
We all see that, eh?
Good. It's directed at one
Right,
person,
so do you want me
and they know who they are.
you want me via Mind Link to just ask her that straight out? Like if she's doing this of her own volition or if there's something else going on?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I do then. Is I use the Mind Link to connect to the Empress. The Empress, not Eleonora, right?
Both of them, maybe.
I can't.
Can't you?
One of them.
Okay. Well then... I guess, yeah, Empress.
Empress. It's Malin.
I figured as much.
It's good to see you well.
Thank you so much. I cannot thank you and your friends enough.
It is complicated, thanks. Are you all right?
I'm okay. It's hard seeing change. But sometimes, change is for the best.
Do you truly believe that this is for the best, or is your hand being forced?
When I agreed for my daughter to marry into the Wraith family, that was by desperation. This is just smart political tactic. Would I love to say that the dynasty could survive on its own? Yes. But we're a weak nation in terms, and this partnership is much needed. It is the best way to see my people thrive.
So you're aware. I have a plan to bring you more help.
Cannot wait. The more people who help us rebuild New Azur to its former glory and institute the word of our goddess Shar, the better.
Does that sound forced?
That sounds fishy as fuck.
You can make
Can
an
I
insight
insight check that?
If May is feeding Callus what is
Yes.
being said, yeah, can I give her advantage and just be like, that's sus?
Sure.
Well, she knows that's sus.
Yeah, I know, but give advantage. Fucking
Not natural 20.
Seems like her words. Like, she doesn't seem like she's being forced or coerced in any way.
What happened to Saloon?
We had so much thoughts and reflection and prayer. And with the word that Mr. Moonshadow worships the name of Our Lady of Loss, it was only appropriate that the wedding be held under the same worship. So at the High Flame's request, we will be hosting the wedding at the Obsidian Temple in New Azur.
and the Empress is okay with performing sieges on her own people.
How are these sieges meant to be conducted? Do you expect that there will be discussions,
I think so.
fights?
Calling each other bastards over the walls.
Do I think some people will raise arm and cause a commotion? Yes. Will
I'll
there
be
be
one of them.
death? More than likely. I don't see mass murder or suicide, though. I think they will understand that this is to rebuild our name and become our former glory once again.
How will you rebuild your name? By conjoining it and hiding it beneath
At
someone
this
else's.
point, do you need me to go back and forth, or can we just have Callus ask?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the marital traditions of the Crystalline Dynasty and the Dark Republic, friends?
No.
In many societies, the groom gifts his last name to the bride. Here, our name takes prevalence. The lightless name will carry on through my grandson that is birthed, courtesy of my daughter and Mr. Moonshadow. My name will rise once more. My heir will sit on the throne. The lightless family will remain in power till our days come. This is the best thing that could have happened.
I don't like this.
Is he saying that to May, or saying that to say
Saying
that to
that-
the Empress?
No, just saying that to May.
I think we're going to have to speak with Lucian. It's going to happen no matter what, but there needs to be some fail-safes.
This campaign has just turned into Game of Thrones.
We do have brothers and sisters fucking. We have that.
There is some brother sister fucking going on.
Yeah.
Careful, don't do the theme tune. We'll get fucking done.
Who's getting pushed out of a tower? We were just in a tower.
Me!
Alice, definitely. So that mind link, I'm guessing everyone, while they were doing the mind link conversation, they just sat there like quietly, just staring at each other. Lucian takes that time to just start speaking to Elnora. It's just shit like, how's your food? How's your day?
So, do you come here often?
I'm
What's she
sorry
like,
you're
you-
being roped into this.
Oh no, this was my idea.
Oh, well. I hope you're more competent than the last one. He was kind of
Oh.
dumb, wasn't he?
He didn't seem too there, but no, I think this could go very well. And when they said about sieges, I didn't know anything about sieges. I'd like to take the time to speak to the people and try and
Of course.
limit the amount of bloodshed.
I think that's wise. I think you'll be a great leader. I'll support you in any way you want to approach these. You'll be the face of the conversation, so I think you'll be fine.
Excellent.
I believe our tour is set to leave 3 days after the wedding.
Of course, yes, we'll have to greet people, and I would like this to be a partnership between the two of us, not so much one over the other. If that makes sense.
It does. And sorry for 6 months, she says on the hush scale. I just wanted to buy us some time. My mother asked for 6 weeks.
More than... Yes, red. Red. If his skin could go red, it goes red. Where's that dessert? It's just like the most
Berries and
awkward
cream
first,
are brought out.
most awkward first date anyone's ever like ball witnessed to.
A single croissant for the entire table.
But like a giant croissant, like one of those big cookie cakes.
Yeah.
Now for the main event, the big croissant.
Made by Ambrose.
Somewhere far away. The cow is baking us crescent bread. Alright, back to the mind link. What were you saying?
What was I saying?
You opened up a mind link with Lucian. You wanted one between you, Callus, and Lucian.
Yeah, I had Lucian on for whenever
Okay.
whenever High Flame comes to get her. She also says to Lucian in Mind Link, if she's going to go to the warden and ask you to pick off Callus for the bounty that is on his head, I'm going to be very upset.
He
There's
knows
no way
nothing
that's
about the
happening.
bounty on his head.
Yeah, he doesn't.
It's
do
only
you
you who
mean?
knows.
I know.
What do you mean bounty on his head? Oh yeah, no, you get question mark and her. Like,
Okay, so Mind Link is just texting now.
I told you it wasn't safe for us to come here.
you could have elaborated.
What
Why
more
was it-
did I need to say?
Why would he have a bounty on his head?
I said that we would be put in prison, didn't I?
Well,
And you assured me we would not.
I assured you, you will not. You are under my protection. What did he do? I need some context here to see if the flame would actually pursue this.
Do I tell him? That's
Political
what-
assassination of someone very important.
May mind links to Callus real quick. Lucian's from here, but he doesn't know that you're on every bounty board in the country. Can I tell him, or do you want to be the one to tell him?
It's not something that I can say out loud, but
That's why I ask if
If-
you want me to do it.
yeah, if it's come to this point, I would have preferred to have told him myself, but there shouldn't be secrets between us. We need to be able to trust each other. You can
And
go on.
the whole music stops, and the May picks back up with Lucian and says, I just checked with him. He would much rather tell you this himself, but seeing as he can't say this out loud, he murdered the last leader. Lucian.
No, he didn't.
Who did?
The High Flame murdered the last leader.
Uh-huh.
There was one before that, who may have also been killed. I don't. This is the problem. This is my first foray into speaking to people above my station. So, what goes on at the top doesn't really affect what we do in the temple. But if Callus is worried about being copped for assassinating leaders, High Flame killed the last one. She took power forcefully. It's not like he killed a relative of hers. She's in control.
And why would she want someone in her dining room who commits murder against leaders?
She's not stupid. But she knows that this whole thing hinges on me.
And you just gave an oath to carry out whatever order she gives you.
This is complicated.
The High Flame returns. You begin to hear
Oh.
footsteps into the room.
Come on, Lucian, don't do this to me, brother. Don't do this to me.
The bag is resting like against
Thank you.
Callus's leg.
Thank you.
Hang on. Before she comes back,
One hand in the bag.
very quickly, because we're sat next to each other. Oh, can I cast invisibility on Callus?
No,
Yeah.
don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't drown, Thomas.
So I guess he's more so than just like, what? And, verbally mind texting with Maya when she comes back.
I like to think that Lucian and Callus have worked together enough now that like Lucian sort of gives him a look of like, I've got a plan, and Callus is just like,
Don't do it.
I got a plan. Bad plan. Shit.
yeah,
plan.
don't do it.
And all along he's just thinking 6 months. Oh my god, 6 months.
If you could all join me on the high stairway, that would be fantastic. The public is ready for your announcing.
But of course.
All of us.
Well, yes.
May puts her hood up.
Callus will stand up and sort of like keep one hand in like the bag. Like sort of hold it to his like side and just like one hand in it.
It's on May. Do you want it? She'll give it to you.
He'll just stand close to May.
It's like
just
two kids
one
who are
hand in
holding
it.
hands and a bucket of popcorn.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what it is. Just on the astral plane, two disembodied hands.
Yeah.
The High Flame reaches down and picks up a very extravagant crown from the girl that's like knelt beside her. Lots of red and dark orange and amber gems placed on her head. And a set of doors to the side is opened. And you guys just hear this sea of applauding and screaming and general chattery noise. Are you ready for your debut, everybody?
Nods and starts walking out, but he has his hand ready.
The High Flame walks out on, with the Empress and Alenora following close behind, and assumingly the rest of you, unless anybody actively stays inside.
May stays towards the back, but she's there, like she's
Callus-
trying to be
Callus will
small.
stay with me.
Yeah.
Citizens of the Dark Republic, we are weak no more. I'm here to present to you today the Cardinal of the Obsidian Knight and the Keeper of the High Flame, as well as his bride-to-be. May I present Lucian and Alenora Lightless. And she, gestures for you two to take the front. Meanwhile, there's some clamoring behind as somebody else comes out onto the bench. We are here to break barriers, remove obstacles, and pave a new pathway to a better life for us and all of those residing in the factions of Nova Zemia. May I present along with Mr. and Mrs. Lightless the soon-to-be leaders of the Dark Republic's newest settlements, and gestures to the lot behind Eclipsa, Haragash, Rakesh.
But not me and May.
We didn't get titles.
Yeah.
Mr. Moonshadow, who will be your right-hand advisor on the day of your nuptials?
Who will
It
vote
would
for
be
what?
my long-term ally and companion, the Wanderer, and start like point towards Callus.
Excellent. With that, Mr. Moonshadow, we're going to ask that you and your bride, as well as the Empress, stay on the patio with us for a few obligatory moments while the rest of your companions wait inside.
Via mind link. Panic, 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 panic.
Yeah,
panic.
Lucian's giving eyes. Sorry,
Beyond-
Callus is giving eyes to Lucian, and his like, Callus is sort of like trying to assure him. He's like, I'll look after everyone.
Be on guard, be on guard, be on guard. But of course, yes, yes.
Elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist, elbow, elbow,
Oh,
just-
wrist,
just-
wrist.
What does Philip do? Lizzie.
Exactly all you got to do.
Hello.
So does
Yes.
everybody except for Lucian go inside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with me.
The doors are closed behind, and you kind of hear them latch shut. Those inside hear this muffled through walls, but the rest outside hear it out loud. One moment, please. I need to pull up my notes. Chatter amongst
May's
yourself.
trying to leave the build. Can she? No, because she'd have to go down the stairs to like get into the crowd, right?
Yes.
Okay. Fuck.
Short of opening the door and jumping off the balcony.
Can't have plants catch me.
I have the invisibility spell, if you want.
Yeah, for like the last
That
20
doesn't help
minutes,
you jump down a tower, bud.
for like the last 20 minutes,
And
I've been
I have
fucking
the-
ready to use the ghost step tattoo.
And I have slow fall.
I
Could
used to
jump
have
in-
Misty Step. Womp
I have
womp.
Misty Step, too.
I will say, if you like, if someone wants to roll me, I'll allow May to roll me an investigation. If she beats the DC, I will say she found the helps corridors to get you guys downstairs faster.
Do you want to do that? Do you all want to do that? Because I'm not splitting us up.
Yeah.
Think
May's trying to get outside.
I don't think I want to
I will stay near the
leave
door,
Lucian.
I don't think we should leave Lucian behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think Lucian's safer than all of
It's-
us.
It's nice to know that we've got a way out and that we know how to get there quickly, but I don't think that we should leave yet.
I can do the check just to be sure that we know how to get out of here.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
DC
Okay.
is 26.
Can I give her advantage?
Don't
I was
worry
about
about
to
it.
say, I can give her a
29.
genius.
Oh,
Perfect.
funny now.
Oh,
No,
fuck
yeah.
it. All right, calm down,
You
calm
know
down.
that
Jesus.
you can get outside in 7 minutes.
Okay.
From the inside of the locked door versus the patio, you hear the great flame begin to, or the great smoke begin to speak. Azur Let me start this over because I am a lot's going on.
You're doing
in my
great.
little- my
You're
little-
doing great.
There's so
Very
much
good.
happening right here, right now.
Jiggly
good session.
baby.
I, the High Flame, Azur Great Smoke, the leader of the Dark Republic, second of her name, slayer of sovereigns, and watcher of the endless sea, ask Mr. Moonshadow to carry out his first task as Keeper of the High Flame.
Oh god, this is gonna be bad.
The High Flame hereby sentences Empress Panji Lightless of the Crystalline Dynasty to death for treason.
May sword, May sword, May sword, May sword. Callus kicks the door.
And passes you her blade. As the other man from the patio grabs the Empress and pushes her down to her knees. And hands you her blade. The Damascus blade.
What's Elnora doing?
Backed up and watching. You can make an insight check if you like. But I'll say at disadvantage because this is all happening very fast.
In both of their heads. What do we do?
May, sword, give it to me.
The bag's
Callum-
right there. You can take it if you want.
And Callus just fucking starts kicking the door.
Do you start kicking the door?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make me a strength check, DC 32.
Fucking hell.
Question.
Come on, D&D Beyond.
It's obsidian, isn't it?
Question.
Hmm.
What was the DC again?
32.
32.
Okay.
If you get 27 or higher, I can help.
Can it? I wouldn't. Can it be that a nat 20 is an instant pass?
No. This one is...
I
Okay.
also, if he's going for the door, I will rip a patch off my chest.
Throw a bone at it.
And, it's too heavy for me, so I kind of, as the patch is transforming, I kind of chuck it toward Callus, and it's a portable ram.
Just boom, boom, boom,
Eclipse
boom.
would cast guidance.
Yes.
Eclipse would also cast guidance.
I
As
will-
this
I
is
will-
happening, it is 6 seconds.
I will
Lucian,
help Gallus doing it.
this blade is being passed to you. What are you doing, Lucian? Alenora is staring at you. The high flame
tell him
is
to buy
staring at
time.
you.
Looking at this. Is it being held out to me or is it being just thrust at me?
It's like being held out to you. Not like this. Like the high flame's hand is like wrapped around the blade. She gives no fucks right now.
Okay.
Tell him to buy time. Tell him to buy time, May.
Not enough time. She said what she was going to say.
Looks at the sword and looks at Elnora. And just says, for our future. And instead summons his own sword, with blood pouring up, the great sword coming in hand, and just shoves it straight into the Empress's stomach.
Mr. Moonshadow, you know there's more efficient ways to do this. And the high flame takes it and just lobs on her neck.
Damn it.
Alenora looks at you and reaches for your hand. For our future. And she grabs your hand and, like, Hunger Games style, raises the two of you's hands up. And she begins waving to the crowd.
And May just hears in her head, I am so sorry, but that's needed to be done. And starts waving out of the crowd.
So, about this
Nine.
strength check for using a battering ram to crack open this door.
Yeah.
I'm already mid motion
Yeah.
as this is happening.
It's
so
already happening.
We
Yeah,
cannot
so-
stop, I think.
What is the check now that I've got a portable battering ram?
It's advantage, isn't it?
Let's see what the Google here says. Now a word from our non-existent sponsors.
This
It's
dice
not-
says fuck on it.
Oh, you know what? I can actually, dead ass, if I go here, I'm gonna run a 1-minute ad break. We'll be back.
Eat apples.
I don't know if it's working. I have so many questions.
It will. It doesn't work if you're a sponsor. Sub.
When doing so, you gain a +4 flat bonus on a strength check. Other characters can help you use the ram and give you advantage.
Okay, so strength check, +4, and I'll let you roll it with advantage.
Okay,
Does
and what was the
guidance get off on
DC?
him?
32.
32.
32.
And guidance.
Yeah, Clissa gave you guidance.
So,
And first
Plus
two.
one.
on a nat 20 with the battering ram, it would be a 27.
With guidance.
Plus guidance
28.
from Eclipsa.
Plus guidance with max roll is
31.
31. That's
Plus
one
Flash
off.
of Genius.
Fuck.
What's
Plus
Flash
Flash
of
of
Genius?
Genius?
I give you +5 to any ability check or saving throw.
Is that an ability check?
And we're back from our ad break. That's a strength
Yes,
check.
it's a strength check.
That's a strength check. It's ability.
Oh, right.
To recap for those who were watching our ad, which we appreciate you doing, they're
I guess inflict wood on
deciding
the door.
what the best plan of attack is for Callus.
So you
to
need an
attempt-
18, 19, or a 20 with Flash of Genius.
Yes.
So you have like one.
Can you roll
one-
the guidance now and tell me what you get?
Come on, Callie.
You're mute.
You're on mute.
Under you.
I got the 4, lads.
A 4!
Okay.
I got the
Okay.
4.
So +9 with the
For
flash
plus
of
9
genius.
right now.
Plus another
3,
4.
All right.
Plus
I'm
4,
gonna
so
The
9.
battering ram.
open D&D Beyond so I can watch the roll.
Oh no, I'm rolling with. Okay, yeah.
you wanna
Oh
use
man,
your
I
actual
don't want.
dice?
I want to use my actual dice, but
I want you to use the Traveler dice so bad.
Yeah.
I'm going
Oh my
to.
god.
Gotta have faith in my boy.
I want it to be today. I want
Have
it
faith
to
in my boy. Come on, don't let me down, motherfucker.
You got this.
Okay.
My brother.
Okay.
Bucket is awake. Bucket is in chat.
Okay.
Bucket has realized he was gifted
Wait.
a sub by Wombat.
Yeah.
So
welcome.
wait, it's plus 4 from guidance,
So
plus
yeah,
5
plus
from
4,
Flash of
plus
Genius.
5,
Plus
plus
4
3
from-
from strength, plus that.
Plus-
Okay, so I'm currently at a plus 16
Plus 4
with
from the
advantage.
battering- plus 4 from the battering ram.
Yeah.
Plus 4 from guidance.
Yeah.
Plus
8.
5 from Cryo's Flash of Genius.
Yeah, and then
13.
plus 3 from my own strength.
16.
And then plus
Oh.
advantage on the roll.
So
Yeah.
you need to roll the 15 minimum.
A
16.
16
minimum. 16,
16
16.
or
minimum.
higher breaks the
On
door
advantage.
open.
Come on. Come on.
Get this 16 or higher.
Okay.
Come on.
Come on.
Strength check on a door, Cal.
Don't let me down.
What is
Don't let me
on your
down.
thing?
Don't let me down.
Callus,
It's your specialty.
Wombat,
It's a
Wombat.
door.
Oh
It's
no.
a door.
Is it a nat 1? I hope so.
That first one was a nat 1.
Okay.
You got another one. You
Advantage.
got
Yeah,
another
wait,
one. Come
pause,
on.
pause, time out, time out,
14.
time out. Wombat, I will let you add your proficiency modifier
Because it's
you're
a door?
proficient indoors.
It says proficient indoors.
So now I just need to beat a 10.
14.
Wait, no, sorry.
14.
Yeah, 14. Okay.
14.
Just so you know,
Okay.
Wombat, if
Come on,
you
come on.
fuck this up, I'm punishing everyone.
Okay.
I can't drink any more water. I have to pee so bad.
Get a 14.
The drive. This is 2 10s.
Get a 14.
As he doing this, I will cast invisibility on
That's a
myself.
fail. That's a fail.
Wombat.
Wait, it's not a
14.
fail.
Wombat.
You got a 14? I got the door open!
Callus, you see Malin rip this patch from her tatty cloak and throw it across the room, and instinctually you throw your blade to the ground and you pick up this battering ram. 3 swing,
I imagine.
2 swing.
I
1
imagine it
swing.
like. I don't even imagine it as that. I just imagine May just like pat
May
battering
yells,
ram.
May yells catch just like
Yeah.
when she whipped the
Boom.
sword at you.
And
Lucian,
Callus just like grabs the battering ram 360 and just boom straight into the
door flies open behind you, pushing you and Alenora ahead 5 feet. The body and blood of Empress Panji pooling across this overhanging deck. The high flames sitting there waving behind you, and that's where we're ending today's session.
Oh, guys. I
With
don't know what your
Callus-
plan is now.
With the sword? Where's your sword? Because you were using a battering ram.
Yeah, it's still outside now.
It's in the bag.
Well, it's still back in the other place where you guys are.
You dropped it?
Yeah. Well, I would have had to use the ram.
Yeah.
What a time.
What a session!
God.
Holy shit!
So
I'm
much
so
That was
that's
has
amazing,
happened.
Kay.
I'm
So
sat there
much
like
has
she's going to make me
happened.
kill someone. Anyone but Callus. Anyone but Callus. Oh, cool, it's not Callus. Boom, Callus starts kicking in the door. Like, oh, God, bro. No. Doing
I'm
this
not
for
gonna
you.
lie. I got fucking lost halfway through that luncheon, but Whew.
I was so hyped I didn't think
Fuck,
about the
anyway.
consequence. So at the Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah,
The
so
whole
it's,
party had my back just then. Fucking
it's-
hell.
Party.
it's the High Flame presenting us as this new married couple and all of you as lords and ladies of the new Azure. Public execution, then you all break down and I guess
Oh, Callus is about to go. Callus is about to start swinging.
High Flame.
He's about to. Yeah, he's about to start throwing hands.
This is going to be interesting to see where Lucian decides to let his allegiances lie.
oh
You swore an oath,
I'm
my
not even
friend.
gonna lie,
but-
because
Oh,
We could
You
just
swore
throw the
an
high
oath, my
flame off the
friend.
tower and expedite your rise.
we're not married yet.
could just throw her off the
But
tower.
you've
one of us
been
becomes
named
an
her
empress.
right hand
I'm named her right hand. My power is with her until
until you kill her.
there's a union.
Yes,
Until you
Valley.
kill her.
Look, man.
Just
I
kill
I
her,
wrote this.
and then one of us
I,
take power.
I wrote this in the
Really?
chat saying that Callus will willingly take up arms against the entire fucking Dark Republic if he has to. I mean that.
I'd like to quote our chat. I don't know what happened, but Lucian, kill 'em all. I've been in your spot as the bad guy. You can succeed where I have failed.
Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. I will treat you like a door.
Don't make you do it. Ruining my shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, I couldn't just wait. Oh,
I
God.
have thoughts, but I will say my
Do it,
thoughts off
Anakin.
stream.
Fuck says, do it, Anakin.
I mean, she's already
Face the
dead.
dark side.
She's already dead.
Yeah, but we don't know that yet.
Yeah, I was going there to try and save her in time, but you've already done it.
Okay, I have hopefully a quick pull.
If we open the door and the Empress is already dead and Lucian has just said to May, like, sorry, gotta do it. May will try to get Callus to stop, but we know how good she is at that.
But he also sees a bloody blade in
What
the
a
hand of
sentence.
the what's her name, High
High
Flame.
Flame.
Yeah, so
You
There's
also
also one in the hands of Lucian.
You also see Lucian
Yeah,
and
but his-
Eleanor like grasping hands up into the crowd.
Friends or enemies
Like-
who haven't betrayed you yet.
Yeah, so- I love the idea of just Lucian going through this like serious as fuck, just public execution, and we just bust through the door with like frat house energy.
It's true.
Panty raid.
Kappa Gamma here to revenge the gods.
The loyalty of my right hand is commendable, but I am fine. You did very well to break through that door, though.
That was incredible.
Dude, no, I
That was
couldn't. I
incredible.
literally could not have done that without the team.
What a session!
That
Oh my
was
God.
insane.
This has added to my moisture levels already, but fuck.
What a session! Thank you,
Callus, you
Tay.
ready to
Thank you,
do
guys.
high flame murder in times 2?
Oh, absolutely.
I think you guys, honestly, DM thought / player thought, play the long game. Infiltrate the fucking... Like, yeah, cool.
That's what May wants
Yeah,
to do.
yeah, that
That's
was
but-
honestly what I was thinking before.
Yeah, so this is what I did.
Welcome back,
We're
Carly.
not coming through.
Oh, Thomas. It knows you're going to say anti-republic things, so it shut you up.
Yeah, no.
No,
Yeah,
it's back.
so Rakesh is now invisible.
It's true. Rakesh's like
Yes.
invisibility.
Rakesh is just gonna fuck off. Like, just leave.
And no, because he don't want to be in trouble for
Long
Something-
live the Dark Republic.
yeah. You will
Which
see.
one?
He's
Are you sure it's the
plotting.
Dark Republic?
And
Yeah,
but,
'cause me and
but
Nikki have had
Rakesh-
words.
Rakesh might have a choice to make because he's loyal to Callus and Lucian. So if they start to fight, Rakesh will have.
We're
like,
gonna
a
have our
big-
own fucking Captain America versus Iron Man up in here. Our own Civil War.
No.
I'm gonna hear about it from Buck as soon as I said that. I should not have said. Like, I'm
No.
gonna get the breakdown.
It's not going to happen. We're all going to come together, and we're going to laugh about
It's gonna be
it.
kumbaya.
later.
You will need to say that
This
Callus
is just
did that
gonna-
to show their strength to the people.
Yeah.
This is just gonna be like one of them guy fights where you're pissed off at each other, like, and then like the next second you're fine.
Yeah, just buddies.
Drunk fight, like friend.
Yeah, hey man, remember when you killed your bride's mother? That was a great time, wasn't it? I busted down the door.
I had plans. I told Chris everything. Damn it.
Look, you helped me break down the door, right?
Hey,
Yeah, because it was the right thing to do. But like, there was a plan.
True.
You think the high flame doubts Callus's strength now? He literally just busted down an obsidian door.
Yeah, remember that time when I said, "Hey, she's going to order you to kill Callus."
Literally this session, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a good excuses next time.
Well, that's why I killed the fucking Empress. It's like, this is the better of two things, and cemented trust. And Elnora knew that it was the best thing to do. And from what she said at that dinner table as well, the Empress isn't exactly like an innocent beau. She sat there like, this is how we go forward. This is really good. This is how we're going to come back.
She was ready
You
for
weren't
this.
a part of that.
No,
you?
but they were.
They were. You were.
Yeah. No, I won't. No. Hell no.
All right.
He's come too far to back down.
Conspiracy theories from the party announced. Things are moving. Trust built. Trust broke. Doors shattered multiple times today.
May goes and picks up the doorknob and hands it to Harry.
By the end of this campaign, Harry's just going to have a door repair business.
he's just gonna have a collection of doorknobs. He's just,
Gonna invest in.
we have to go back and get that one that's in the cavern with the slimes.
When we will
he
be
broke
in the
the-
legend.
when he broke the handle off the
like,
one with the.
When we will be in the legend, like Harry will start a museum of Nubdor.
A museum of doorknobs right next to the Quill Catacombs. It's just like a tourist area.
We gotta hire the frog to fucking work the front
They
desk.
do
though.
crimes. You're very...
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
This is where it started.
Started from the
I
bottom,
am-
now we hear.
I am gonna throw up.
Hey, that was such a good session. Oh my
Yeah.
god,
You
thank you
guys,
so much.
I had so much fun. I love watching your guys' face like go downhill. It's my favorite.
It's the reverse. It's the reverse of what happens in Wombat's games. In Wombat's games, we're doing it to him.
It's true.
I lost my shit so many times this session.
It was
Yeah,
wild.
it's like, let's go
Right.
get some nice dude suits. Oh, this has happened. Let's go for a lunch. Everything's going well. Oh no, this has happened. Here's a letter from your dad. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm crushed.
was so excited to give you that letter. I sent it to Nikki.
Here's a letter from your dad. Kill your mother-in-law. Yeah.
I
was
sent
great.
Nikki that letter from your dad like a couple of nights ago, and I made Chase read it. And Chase is like, "This is the hardest thing I've read in days. Like, do you want him to like off himself?" And I'm like, "Nah, it's up to him."
Oh, a very emotional time. Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna be able to read that. That's really. Ooh. Ooh.
As we wrap up, thank you, chat, for literally going off this session. Thank you, Wombat,
Yeah.
for starting our gifted sub party and taking that first place badge. We're gonna end off with one more casting of Create. Fuck off, you pricks!
I ran out.
I'm running out.
I'm out.
Down him, down him, down him, down him, down him. We
It's
like to
warm.
drink with cryo
It's
because
so
cryo
warm.
is our mate.
Warm. Oh no.
It's so
Oh
bad.
my god. I'm really going to quickly. We've got a couple of people. Let's pick somebody to raid real quick, just real casually, and then we will, dip on out because
I'm going to tell everybody right now, my notes are shit.
that's fair.
Mine.
I wrote
see.
nothing.
I stopped writing once we got to the dinner.
Same. Okay, let me tell you what my notes say while we're at the party.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'm gonna start the raid. Keep talking about notes though. Thank you
So-
everybody for watching, hanging,
Thank you.
subscribing,
Bye.
chatting. Yeah,
This is
you'll
Thanks
hear
for
us
spotting
talking
war
for a
crimes.
little bit longer.
This is everything that happened since we got to the dinner.
Oh, fucking lot happened. Oh my god.
New Azure is Yosted. Lucian, signet ring, Char locket, Char statue, stack of letters. Callus is a dick. Boons, Lucian, marriage. Callus, plane moving. May, hold. Lucian, obsidian night oath. Lucian stabs empress. That's what I have.
You didn't.
That's
Oh,
it.
I wrote down Harry is a sexy cowboy gimp. No one else wrote that.
No, that's in the earlier notes. That was before dinner or lunch.
Oh, sorry.
That's in my notes. This is what happened before the luncheon.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
it was a fair bit.
This
It was
is
a fair whack.
this is the luncheon.
Like in terms of value for session, we put in the fucking work today. We did some shit.
Jesus.
The complete
Jesus.
opposite from the last session that I ran.
We did a
Oh.
lot in that session too. We still don't fucking know each other, Wombat. We need to
I'm
like get
just
to know who we're
saying.
with.
I'm just saying, Wombat, when a whole classroom of students fucks up, maybe it's the teacher's fault.
We didn't fuck up. We're getting
Well-
to know each other.
Jackson's got to die next session.
Fuck Jackson, I'm killing Zap.
No.
He's going for the heart.
He's going for all the pit.
I read a really cool one-shot idea where you're all playing adventurers and you're all against the BBEG, and then the BBEG realizes that he's in a game and finds a way to come out of the game and meet the table, and then everybody gets character sheets of themselves and has to fight the BBEG.
Oh my god, what a time, guys.